What's up, guys? It's me, Big JP. The leaves are turning, the temperature's dropping, and the fish are biting. But you know where it stays hot? Right here on Smallmouth Crush Live. Tonight, we not only have a special guest, but we're going to be going over what's new at the Bass Lab and everything to do with smallmouth bass fishing. Oh, yeah. Let's get this thing started.
Good job, man. Good job, Big JP. That's Big JP, everybody. Big JP Bass Assassin, man. He's what? You're New York native for those who don't know him, right? I mean, Big JP.
That's
We
right.
assume everybody that's watching knows who you are. Tell us about you, man. Have you ever given us the full rundown of like your roots in New York, how you became a bass fisherman? We're just gonna jump right in and give you a moment, man. Tell everybody about Big JP.
Man, I grew up in the town of Nassau, New York, but my father was a pipe fitter by trade. We only got a 2 week vacation every summer, and we did it up at Saratoga Lake. We had a camper on the south end. My father was an avid tournament fisherman and gave it up to be a father. Always took me fishing, hunting, loving the outdoors, you know. And then as I got older, I really got into the fishing, started fishing tournaments. And I think everybody else knows the story from there, Eric. You know, I started fishing a lot of tournaments,
I love it.
met a lot of people along the way, had some success and a lot of failures. And then I ran into Travis in a Walmart parking lot, built a friendship, and became a guide.
Oh, that's awesome. And do you remember your first bass? When you got hooked on bass fishing?
I do not remember my first bass, but the first memory of a bass that I do remember vividly was on the I was on the dock at Saratoga Lake, and there's this big giant 4.5, 5 pound largemouth hanging out,
Oh
and
my
I
God.
snapped it off twice, and then I caught it. And when we caught it,
Oh,
we got the other two hooks out of its mouth. My dad was all pumped up about that. So
I love it, man. That's awesome, man. We got to have your dad on a show one time, man. I'd love to get him on again. Has he been
yeah, he'd
on?
like that. Yeah, he
What
would
do you,
come on.
he would okay, he'd do that. So we'll talk to Travis to see if we can get him on one time, man. You know, we'd like to meet the men. Your dad's still alive. Travis's he's been on the show. So that's awesome, man. We'll, I'd like to get the fathers on. It would be kind of cool, man,
Yeah,
to
that'd be
meet
kind
your
of
pops,
cool.
man. I've talked to him in the car, right? I
Oh
think
yeah.
I've seen him in the background on like a FaceTime video, you know. So anyway, man, let's welcome everybody. Welcome everybody to Smallmouth Crush. I'm your co-host, Epic Eric from the Bass Lab. You just met Big JP. Travis is taking the night off, man. He's got a project he's working on, so we agreed to do the stream for him tonight. So we do have a special guest. It's a mystery guest, and I'll give you guys some clues because I want everybody that's watching right now to take a stab at it. Let's see if anybody can guess the mystery guest. He's been on before. I'm just
What's
going
in
to
it
say
for the
that.
winner, Eric? Let's up the ante here. What is in it for the winner
I,
that
I,
can
I,
guess the special guest for tonight?
it will be something related to this person's
Forte.
talents.
Yeah, the
Talents.
person's forte.
Talents. Mikey Balls is a good guest, man. We should get him back on. Mikey Balls was hilarious, man. Scooter's another great guest, man. And we've had him on before. He's my team partner. I hope we've got 2 tournaments that we could jump into this fall. They're not championships, or championship season is over. But I would love to get Scooter back on, man. So I'm just gonna let it marinate, man. Oh, we have a winner. Wise Fishing.
Wise
TK.
fishing.
TK, exactly. KVD, that'd be fantastic. What's up, Evan from Omerta Tackle? We were talking about you today earlier, man. Brent Carnwright is not the surprise guest, but he's been invited. So if he can jump on, that'd be fantastic. So last week's show, JP couldn't make it, but we did a recap of Travis's Oneida tournament. If Brett comes on, he can give us a recap. But you jumped in that tournament too, right? You guys kind of well, Travis jumped in last minute. You guys didn't practice either, right? You just showed up and fished, right?
Sure. Right. So I had a client lined up. I was supposed to do 2 days up there at the St. Lawrence River, and the guy called
Right.
and said he had some health issues and he wasn't going to be able to make it. So I decided that I'd jump into that Oneida BFL. I mean, mediocre performance by myself. I had 16 pounds. I had a 12-inch line burner. I did lose 2 good fish right at the side of the boat that didn't get in the net. That would have made a huge difference, but that's fishing, you know.
Yeah.
Kind of knew that time of year, you know, late August, hot water. You're looking 5 to 7 bites all day. It's just how that lake fishes. I got the 7 bites. I got the 5 I needed, and didn't execute.
Yeah. What last week people had said that Oneida has changed. Do you agree? What's changed about Oneida? How is it different
Oh,
today than it
sure.
was? All right, let's go. What's your perspective, man?
So the lake was hit with a smallmouth bass disease
Oh, wow.
right around like 2015, maybe 2016. They lost
Right.
probably 2/3 of the smallmouth bass in the lake, would be my assumption.
Are you kidding me?
Meanwhile, they continue to do a walleye stocking program, which is what the lake is known for anyway, is its incredible walleye fishing. There's said to be over 1 million walleye in the lake.
What? So
And
wait a minute. They have a walleye stocking program at Oneida. I didn't know it was a walleye, kind of like they're trying to support that fishery. That's pretty wild, man.
oh yeah, it's a huge walleye fishery. And this time of year, you can go out there with an A rig and you can catch 30 to 40 walleyes a day. It's
Are you
insane.
kidding me?
The amount
Man,
of
that's
walleyes that you
nuts.
can catch is astronomical compared to anywhere else you go.
What? What's
As
the
far as
what's
like
the what's
as
the
far
lake
as cast
record
and
for?
catch.
Yeah, yeah. What's the lake record for walleye up
No,
there?
not known for giant walleyes, Eric.
Okay, just numbers.
Eater
Eaters.
walleyes.
What's
Yeah.
the eater walleye up in New York right now?
17 inches, 18 inches is a beautiful walleye to eat. So let's
That's
put it in perspective.
beautiful.
You go to Oneida Lake and you catch a lot of 15 to 17 and a half, 18-inch walleyes, right? And they're getting a
Yeah.
little bigger with the gobies in there, right? And you do catch some 4-pound walleyes, but an average run walleye on Oneida Lake is going to go 15 to 17 with a lot of shorts too. You catch a lot of non-keepers.
Oh, what do they have to be to keep? 15?
15. They got to be
Oh,
15.
wow. Okay, very interesting, man.
It used to be it used to be a 3 fish limit. They changed it to a 5 because they realized that there's so many of them in there now. Now, if
so
you go to Lake Ontario and you hook a walleye, it's normally 7 pounds plus. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
crazy.
So,
So when did the goby population really start to take off, in your opinion, on Oneida? How long have they
about
been in the
5
lake?
years, 5 years ago.
Oh, wow. So that's really changed the fishery. And so now, as I understand it, somebody made the comment last week on the live that the gobies now smallmouth can win up there, right? It used to be, didn't when did it shift from largemouth in the bag to win versus you can win with all smallmouth? And did
Sure.
the guy
So
that
in
won
20
did
in 2011, I fished a Bass Open there and I took 3rd
yeah.
place.
Yep.
I had all smallmouth the whole tournament. Both the guys in front of me had
Wow.
largemouths. So
Wow.
about 2015 is when that virus hit, and
Yeah.
then shortly after that the gobies got in, and I would say
I-
about 3 to 4 years, yeah, 3 years ago is when I was like, wow, what I went and I hadn't fished there in a while, and I went and I fished and I go, man, these fish are getting massive.
the smallies.
The smallmouth are gigantic. Yeah, me and Gino went and we had it was an 8 fish tournament, and I think we had 37 pounds on 8 fish.
Oh man,
And
that's
I was like,
crazy.
man,
That's
these
almost
fish
a
are getting
5 pound
huge.
average. I mean, you were
Yeah, I
close
was
to
like, these
40, right?
right. So I'm like, dude,
Wow.
these fish are getting massive in here, but the numbers are still like considerably low. So
What do you mean? You mean just smallmouth?
you don't get the numbers you used to get back in 2011, 12, 13. You'd go up there and 16 pounds of smallmouth was a huge bag, but you'd go through 25 to 35 fish a day.
Oh my
Easy.
gosh.
Easy. Your rod was just bent all day. Now you go up there and you'll have the days where you'll get 20 fish, but most of the time it's, other than early spring. I'm talking
Yeah.
summertime bites now. It's 5 to 7 bites, 5 to 9 bites, right?
Holy moly.
And in that BFL, I caught that 112-inch fish, and when it jumped, I told the guy with me, I go, I didn't even think there was a smallmouth this small left in this lake. You know what I'm saying?
So is that a 1-year-old fish or like a spring baby or last year's fish that's now a 12-incher?
I
How
don't think
fast
they
can
have
they grow?
successful spawns on the lake anymore.
Why?
Um, Combination of they opened it year round, so they're getting
Ah.
pegged. They're getting pegged early season, and then
Ah.
and then I think on the Great Lakes the gobies don't have an effect, but in my opinion, I think they definitely have an effect on a lake like Oneida, even though it's considered the largest lake in New York because it's the only lake encapsulated in New York of that size.
Right.
I mean, you just don't catch a lot of small fish. Where are
Right.
they?
Right. Right. Right, man. All right. Great question from David Zickus, man. Um, do the gobies help largemouth as well, or is it just strictly helping the smallies? Do largies eat gobies?
I think they do. I think anything gives
Yeah.
you goby. I mean, I'm seeing on Facebook right now, guys
Yeah.
are posting pictures of the salmon that they're cutting open, and the salmon have gobies in their stomach.
Holy moly. So it's helping the whole fishery. So
I
did
think
they
that
attempt, when was the largemouth bass virus? And so it obviously hit the smallmouth too. It's just a bass
no,
virus, right? Is
it
it
was it was a smallmouth bass virus.
what?
I
I
don't know
didn't
that it
realize.
affected the largemouth bass there.
Wow. Okay. Okay. I gotcha. I gotcha. So the 21 pounds that won it, right? Travis had 19. Brett almost had 19. Like I think they were 3 ounces apart. You had like what, 17, 16, something like that?
16, yeah.
Yeah. What 21-pound bag? Was it a mixed bag?
The winner had all smallmouths,
Wow.
I
21 pounds of
believe. But the
smallmouth. So that was a
second place
4 pound
guy did have
average.
a largemouth. But here's the thing to put the tournament into perspective, right?
Yeah.
There was 94 boats, 94 boats.
Okay.
Okay. And I called this before the tournament. Everybody thought I was
Yeah.
lying. I said 2/3 of the field's not going to get a limit, and a third will zero in this tournament. And they were like, "Nah, you're crazy, right?" 2/3 only caught one fish or two fish, and a third of them zeroed.
Did they zero or didn't weigh in because they knew they
No, no,
couldn't
no.
win?
These guys zeroed. I called them. I'm friends with a lot of these guys because I know the names on. I looked at it, and a lot
So
of them were locals. And
30%
I'm
of
like,
94
man,
is like 27 to 28 people. That's a lot of people to call. You called them all?
I called the locals that I know that should have had a
Okay.
fish.
I got you. And they
I called
zeroed.
the Chris Sterling, and I called the brown dog tackle Ian. I called Ian, and
Yeah,
they
yeah,
said,
yeah.
"Dude, we didn't get bit.
Is
We
that
didn't get bit."
unbelievable? Wow.
No,
Wow.
it's 100% believable because you can go out there and you'll be on this school of fish, which has only got 5 to 7 fish in it, and then they're gone, and you can fish miles up there now and not get bit.
And it's just devoid. Wow. So you're saying
Yes,
the overall population of smallies is really low. How's
but
the
the size of
largemouth?
them is big.
Big, right. So if you find them, you can get 21 pounds like the winner did, right? What
Yeah, it
about the
takes 21
largemouth?
to 22 pounds to win.
What about the largemouth? Can a largemouth sack produce 20?
I think the largemouth would have played a lot more in that tournament had they not made the river off limits. They said that the 81 bridge was the cutoff.
So do largies kind of head to the river in the summer? Is that their refuge or not on the main lake?
I'm sure there's definitely, I'm not saying there's not any largemouth on the
Yeah.
lake, but the river is definitely a good spot to catch largemouths
Very
consistently.
interesting. Is there any grass left on Oneida? Or
Yes,
they
but
do they
it's
treat?
not like it's not really good milfoil anymore. It's more of like a string hay grass and some cabbage. And the
Ooh,
cabbage grass wasn't really all that great when we were there, but the string grass was nice and thick and 2 feet off the bottom.
very interesting. Wow. So what happened to the milfoil, man?
I don't know. It's leaving all the lakes up north. Ticonderoga's
What?
got a 16th of the milfoil it used to have. Oneida's
Wow.
got a third of the milfoil that it used to have. It's I don't know what's going on.
Very interesting, man. Yeah. I mean, if you've got good milfoil, it's a sign of a healthy fishery. Is there any eelgrass up north or no?
Yes, there's a ton of eelgrass on Champlain now.
Is there really? Very
Yeah.
interesting. Do you
Which I
fish
know
it much?
eelgrass is great for largemouth, right? I mean,
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
they can get in that. I mean, I've had
Oh
phenomenal
yeah.
days in eelgrass. But when you had milfoil, you could go to Oneida with a 3/4 ounce tungsten weight and peg it to a jigger
Yeah.
craw and just plunk it around with 50-pound braid, jacking smallmouths all day. It was awesome.
Wow, dude. Damn, man. Yeah. Bo Judd says, wow, Oneida not on my bucket list anymore.
No, you still want to go. It's a great lake. It's just you know if you're a good fisherman. As I say in every tournament, the cream always rises to the top, right? You got the
Right.
BFL for the most part is pretty good fishermen, right?
Yeah.
And for two
Yeah.
thirds of them not to catch a limit just tells you that you really need to be on your A
Well,
game come tournament time on Oneida.
it's true, but in addition to that, August, September is the grinder month. Will we
Yes,
agree? Yeah. I don't know
yes.
about Oneida, that's north, but anywhere down here, August, September can be grindy for
So
sure. No
just
doubt
this
about it.
past weekend, the New York Fed was on Oneida for 2 days, and Big Gino, the operator, took second in the first one and fourth in the second one. And he caught a good number of fish because the water temperature is finally stabilizing. And the day, I'm a firm believer that the water temperature doesn't have a whole lot to do with it. I believe the daylight hours does. I think a fish knows when it's getting darker earlier and earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And something
Mm-hmm.
about them daylight hours is what makes them start to feed. And we're getting to that point right now.
Yeah. Gino, the operator, is in the house, man. Welcome, Gino. He's in the house. He's in the house. Brian was he
Casey
says
Jones is
August is
asking
stuff
about
up there.
Chautauqua Lake. I've been to
Yeah,
Chautauqua
saw
Lake
that.
once. I actually liked it. It was a phenomenal chatterbait lake.
Mm.
And that lake has a lot of milfoil in it.
Ooh, I like it, man. That's the sign of a healthy bass fishery when you get milfoil, man, and it's crispy and green. You love it, man. Bass do dig the grass. Mo better grass, mo bigger bass, man. So, hey, I notice you're rocking. Thank you for the update on the Oneida tournament, man. I appreciate that, dude. You're rocking the super tanker. That's the new edition, guys. What do you guys think of the new edition super tanker shirt? And turn it around, man. You got the Epic Eric's Bass Lab on the chest, left chest. And then we got the full-on logo on the back, man. I'm wearing the OG version, and JP's wearing the stepped-up version. So, man, thanks for rocking that, JP. I appreciate that, man.
Thanks for sending them over.
You got it. When's it about to be super tanker season, man, up there? When?
Man.
So for prime, like, down here, it's Rocktober. It's all about the stripers. That's when they start to school. So Rocktober on the bay. But October could be really good for what I love to do, October and even into November. And, it's all about that water temp, and it's all about where that bait moves, but flat side cranking, man, or just you can square bill, you can flat side crank, but it can be dumb and really good. I've had some of my best days in the fall. I did it with Riz, man. We had the bag of the year on the upper bay, 2481, first time we fished together. And that was a mixture of spinnerbaits and crankbaits, man. And, when I can wind on them, man, I love it. It's awesome. But up there, when's it going to turn on?
Man,
Are you close?
Hopefully it's any day. I know that this weekend I wasn't up there. It was my son's birthday.
Yeah.
Last weekend I was up, and the fishing was kind of in that transition mode. We caught a good number of fish, but we're just waiting for that cork to pop, man. I'm hoping it's this weekend.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha, man. All right. I love it. So it's coming. It's coming. It's close, man.
These guys. I got a quick story. So I had these guys roll in.
Yeah.
And we fished together for 2 days. It was actually 4 guys. Travis had 2 and I had 2. And the second day in the morning, they're like, "We want to put $100 side wager on for biggest fish between the boats today."
Ooh,
and I was like, "Nah,
we're
not going to do that or whatever, And okay, so we won't do it. So we're out there fishing, and these guys keep asking me. They're like, "Come on, do a drift with us." And I'm like, nah. I said, "You guys catch the fish, man. You guys catch the fish. Come on, big JP, do a drift with us." So I'm like, "All right, listen, let's pick a spot on the map I've never been to before.
Yeah.
We'll go roll over there. We'll do a drift. I'll do a drift with you guys, right?" So we find this little sneaky hump on the map, right? With that mapping trick I dropped on everybody a few weeks ago. And we get up on the front. I got a guy on the left. I got a guy on the right. I tell the guy on the left, I go, "You cast a 10. The other guy cast a 2. I'm going to cast right down the pipe at 12." And we start doing the drift, Eric, right? And I can feel the bottom, but all of a sudden I don't feel the bottom anymore. And I go, "Oh man." So I set the hook and I feel the head shake, right? And I look at him and I go, "Who wants this one?" And they go, "No. You got it, JP. You got it." 7.5 pounder.
Oh my God. So did it win? I guess so, right?
Oh, it didn't count because I caught it. You know what I mean? But the funny part was,
isn't that when you go like, "Hey man, would you hold my rod for a second? I got to take a whiz."
That's what I said. I go, "Who wants the rod?" And they go, "No, you got it."
No. You gotta go like this. Like when you don't feel the bottom, you gotta go, "Dude, give me your rod. I gotta walk to the back and take a whizzer." And then he spits the jig and you don't catch it, man. Dang,
so this fish comes up along the side of the boat and the guy nets it and he goes, "What a freak!" And I'm like, "Oh man, that's over 7 pounds."
Gosh, dude, that's
so I weigh
crazy.
it at 7.5 pounds, man.
Oh my gosh, dude, that's nuts, man. That's nuts, man. Dang, dude, dang.
I was grateful. We had a good time.
That's cool, man. That's cool. All right, so our mystery guest, I can see him. He has entered the studio. He's early, which I like. But before we bring him on, we're just going to say we'll just cover a couple things. What's new at the Bass Lab? I want to
Yeah,
show
yeah,
off.
Eric. Before we bring TK Stanley on, we got to know what is new at the Bass Lab, baby.
Well, no, you weren't supposed to say that anyway. I'll wait till I'm just gonna bring him in, man. Guys, hey man, it's been a minute since it's one of my favorite guys on the planet, man. He's the uber talented TK Stanley from
Hello, fishing friends. Is there an echo? Do I need earphones?
I don't hear an echo. Do you hear an echo, Big JP?
No, you sound fabulous.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Sounding good, man. No earphones needed at this moment, man. So man, TK, I can't remember when we first met, but I used to watch. I'll give you guys a little history on how I know him. So I don't even know where it came, probably live on YouTube or Instagram, maybe Instagram, because you know, I like crankbaits, you guys know. And so of course, naturally, I'm gonna follow people who custom paint. And there's this dude in this small shop, and he's just painting crankbaits, man. I'm like, that's pretty badass. And he's just getting it done. And I mean, then I look at his page and it's like lights out, man. So did I reach out to you or did you reach out to me? How did we actually meet? I'm trying to think.
It was from the live stream in Austin.
Yes.
I was painting in a little 10 by 10 shack closet. And yeah, I don't remember. I think you might have sent me a message or
that's probably right.
But yeah, that was terrifying.
What do you mean?
Doing lives?
Oh yeah, right. I mean, because like at some point you had your mask on too, so it's like you're trying to paint, talk, look at comments, watch.
I don't feel like it was as like it wasn't as like commonplace to see like a bunch of live streams. Now you kind of you watch enough of them, you kind of feel, or you just kind of maybe get a little, I don't know. You hear people like constantly talking about fishing. You're like, all right, I can kind of, you know, deal with that. But when it's just you and you're just sitting there in front of a camera and you hit play and you're like,
right,
what's gonna happen?
Yeah. Oh, I don't like that. Hold on. Let's get back to where'd JP go? He's messing up my screen.
There he is.
All right, JP. What are you doing, bud? What are you doing?
I had a family thing going on.
Okay, I'm moving TK up next to me. All right, cool. So TK, give everybody the spiel on who you are and what you do, man.
Tacklecraft started from custom paint fishing lures, but that started as I guess out of necessity. So 2012, graduated school. Actually, I graduated in 2008, worked for my dad in the construction world, and economy took a tank, super tanker, and I needed a job.
All right.
So foolishly, I said, I'm okay at painting these fishing lures.
Yeah.
Maybe I could make money doing that.
How about that?
And I still make the same thing I did in 2012.
How about that? So 2012, you've been doing it 13 years, right?
Yeah.
And when did you start live streaming on YouTube? I mean, on Instagram?
I moved to Austin in 2015.
That's pretty early, man.
It would have probably been 2017, probably.
Yeah.
16, 17, 18, something like that.
8 years ago, man. That's crazy.
Yeah. The funny thing, like Austin was like the perfect storm to where like real estate was so expensive. Yeah. And like somebody like me can't afford it, like, you know, a place to work just doing what I'm doing because I basically just need a broom closet. Yeah. And it was like Amy knew a guy that had an Italian ice business, and he rented this warehouse to where he stored his Italian ice. And he's like, you can go down there at night and set up and paint on top of my freezers.
What?
So I went down there and I would set up at like 10 o'clock, and it was summertime, and I would like be in my boxers because it was so damn hot. And because in this warehouse, everything was packed in so tight, there was no air circulation. And I would kind of set up a fan to like spray kind of out.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I got started down there. And in that little warehouse community, people, I met other people that worked in there, and there was like a CrossFit gym. There was a mechanic shop. There was a guy that did flooring. There was a guy that they just did. It was like all these other random things. And one person would get kicked out of this place, and I'd have to go move into the other guy's shop, and everybody like let me kind of piggyback off of them and get a corner of their shop.
That's really cool, man.
It was.
So that's really the roots. And now you certainly aren't painting in a 10x10 booth, man. I mean, check out that spread you got, man. You got your own office, man. Tacklecraft Industries.
Well, this is because of my dad kept his shop, so I got to move him back to Mobile, but Tacklecraft certainly didn't build this.
That's right. So you specialize in custom painting anything from crankbaits to glide baits to, I mean, right? You've done your own swim jigs, you've done your own spinnerbait, right?
Yeah,
you've got some gear and sportswear. You're kind of rocking some of it right there, right?
Yeah, this is just my personal workwear.
I got you.
But yeah, I try. I don't know if it's I have no background in business or anything to do with branding or marketing. I just do stuff that I like.
Yeah.
And a lot of that is I've found to be huge errors. But the one thing I've always gone by when I go to paint stuff is that I typically paint things that I would want myself.
Sure.
So if I never sell anything else and I have to keep them,
you're good.
I'll at least like them.
Exactly.
So I don't paint anything that I don't like.
All right. So give us some context. Describe yourself as a fisherman for the people who aren't familiar with TK Stanley at Tacklecraft. And by the way, you can visit him on Instagram. It's Tacklecraft. It's with a K. I wish I knew how to put it up there underneath of us. I know you probably signed in. Somehow we lost all of our screen names.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm gonna type it in the comments for everybody. But Tacklecraft, you can certainly just Google it. It's craft with a K. I'm typing it as we speak. Tacklecraft. So you can Google him. You can check him out on Instagram. Give him a follow, man. And you do stream like almost weekly live, right? And his streams are freaking fantastic. They're pretty much just a stream of consciousness from TK.
That's all it is.
It could be guitars, it could be music, it could be crankbaits. You could see some of the stuff he's doing. So give him a view, give him a like, thumbs up, and same thing on this stream if you will. Like
might be golf these days. I've been on a golf kick.
Stop the presses.
Is this full time now, your Tacklecraft?
Yeah, I've been full time since 2012.
Nice.
Isn't that cool?
I really didn't have a choice. And after a while, like I had jobs in Austin. Like I went and when I first moved to Austin, I didn't have I needed some way to make money because I didn't have anywhere to paint. And I went and rolled this guy's offices. Like I painted his office walls. And he came down there and talked to me and he was like, so what's your story? I was like, what do you mean? Because there was another guy that was like a crackhead from Oklahoma. And and he looked at me and he was like, what's your deal? I was like, what do you mean? And he said, where are you from? I said, I'm from Alabama. I said, did you go to school? I said, yeah, I went to the University of Alabama. I said, you graduated? I said, yeah. He said, why are you painting my walls? I said, why can't I paint your walls? And he said, I don't know. I just figured you'd be doing something else. Taking your money. He said,
painted his walls.
And he said, okay, maybe you should walk up to my office. I said, okay. So the dude owns the whole office complex. So we get to talking and he's like, he's pitching me hard and I don't know what is going on quite yet. But he's like, you need to be part of the team. I'm like, what team? He's like, let's go meet him. So we go down, there's this big table and we walk in this conference room. I'm like, what do these people do? I'm like, where are y'all from? I said, Provo, Utah. I said, oh, they're door knockers.
Yeah, are they Mormons?
Yeah. And they said,
and what are they selling?
Television.
What?
Yeah. Satellite television. But here was the interesting part. They sold DirecTV and Dish Network.
Wow.
So the whole business model of theirs, which was interesting to me. I don't, it might be illegal. I'm not sure, but they would sell against your number one thing that they taught you when you would walk to a house was you would look to see if they had a satellite and which brand it was, and then you would sell against that.
How about that? So they get a new hookup.
Yeah, because you would start as a new customer and you get
right. You get a deal.
Yeah,
that's
and the odds that whatever service they had, they probably hated it.
How about that?
Who the hell else did we have on that was the door-to-door salesman? It was selling the vacuums.
Jimmy Big Time.
Jimmy Big Time.
And they weren't Dysons, man. They were like $1,200 vacuums. He's like one of the best sales reps ever to do that. Yeah, he was a nut.
Like I graduated from, college, whatever, had jobs. I learned more in that like 8 months of knocking doors than I learned doing anything in my life. Like it was incredible.
For real, just about people in general or sales in general or like human behavior.
Just sales people, because you got to think about it. Like
you got to be able to read the room.
Yeah, like you would have to walk up to a door and convince somebody that woke up that day and had no idea or want to meet you, to change their TV service, to do anything, to even answer the door. You had to convince them in about 5 minutes to let you inside their house and then to pay you money to switch all their stuff over.
Yep. That's crazy, man. And did you love it or hate it? I mean, you were learning, but looking back, could you imagine right now stopping painting and going, you know what? I'm going to go back into sales.
Sales?
Yeah, no, straight up. Now you're cold calling again. You're doing some form of sales.
I didn't hate it. I didn't hate it.
You seem to me, it's like, I've talked to TK a lot, guys. Like we've had hours and hours of conversation since I've known him. And if he doesn't believe in it, he ain't selling it. That's a fact about you. So I'm just trying to think, what in the world is out there that TK Stanley believes enough that he could sell?
Fishing lures.
Oh man, but that's a really, if we got into nitty-gritty, it's a very thin slice because TK has one of the most critical eyes when it comes to lure design and a lot of great ideas. I mean, I've always maintained he should be like the CEO of a big tackle company. I think Tacklecraft, and you've said this before. I mean, what's the dream? Like, what would you like to be known as? You said it best. I'm not going to steal it, but you said it best.
The Mega Bass of America.
100%. That's exactly right. Like a JDM custom house, but American made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, certainly possible.
Power. But I don't think it's about finesse. It's certainly not about shaking a minnow. It's about 7 hardcore rods, maybe total, and 3 on the deck at any given time, but designed perfectly for that purpose.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because everything's got a flaw. Like in my mind, like that's what sends you down all these wormholes, and you're trying to find what fits what you're looking for, and a lot of times they don't make that.
Right, they don't, man. Bo Judd said them Kirby guys can sell ice to Eskimos. That's Jimmy Big Time, Jimmy Steiner. He still got it, man, and he ain't shy about it. He's hilarious. We should have him back on.
You know what was weird about my door-to-door sales?
Yeah,
is that I got more contracts than anybody that was previously doing it. And those guys were like pros. But the problem that I had was I got the contracts and they had like 2 months or something to cancel.
Yeah.
The majority of mine canceled.
Which means you're an imposing figure and they just decided to get you out of the house. Something's going on there.
I don't know. It was weird.
I think when he knocked on the door, Eric, and correct me if I'm wrong, when the person looked through the little pee hole and they looked out there, they said, "Holy shit, it's Paulie from Orange County Choppers."
Possible. We gotta get this guy's autograph.
I agree, man. I agree. He didn't get the Glenn Ross leads. You did not get the what do they call those leads? The hot leads. You got the tough ones, man. They sent you to the tough close sales. That
was
you were the newbie. You were the rookie.
Yeah, that's what kind of ended it was that we were running out of real estate. Like we were, if you wanted to find some like fresh ground, we were having to drive like 2 hours outside of Austin. And and if you go and you like knock down like, 6 or 7 contracts and then all of them cancel, you just drove, that far for nothing.
Right. If you converted, you could have you could have had 9 wives if you sold more. Somebody just said Robert Staples.
Probably. I don't know. I had to get out of there. But
yeah, I heard that, man. All right. So fast forward to the crankbait scene, man. And I'm just going to make it personal. Do you remember the first crankbait you painted for me?
Mm-mm. Did you send it in?
I'm just trying to think. I know I sent you the largest collection of crankbaits to paint at one time.
I still have it on video.
You do? Okay, so tell everybody the story, how crazy it was. And then I think I'll reveal the first crankbait you painted, because I think we wove it into a live show here for sure.
So Eric said, I have a collection of baits I'd like you to paint. I said, okay. He said, it's a couple of boxes. I said, all right. So he sends them in. They're like 67 pounds a piece. So I told Eric, I said, I think this needs to be filmed as the largest unboxing. This is like, I think probably somebody has smoked this by now, but so this is probably at the time the largest unboxing ever done, because I mean it's 150 pounds of fishing tackle.
Yeah,
and just crankbaits.
It was all crankbaits and a couple glides.
Yeah. Yep. So I set up on this desk over here, and I had the big box, and I put the camera overhead, and I just sat there and opened the box and pulled out everything. And it took me, I think, 2 hours just to like go through the boxes. Yeah. It was a lot.
You painted all of it except for probably 10%. And you're like, I don't want to paint these.
Yeah, there were certain stuff that just didn't make any sense.
Made sense to me to send it, but TK just said, no, I'm not going to paint that. That's pure TK right there. So the first crankbait I think you painted for me, and I'll tell the story, man. So as I got to know TK, and I'm going to hold up the crankbait, and TK, of course, he always takes whatever I do to another level. You guys know I like to paint with nail polish. So you guys know about this. In the early smallmouth crush shows, I'd hold this up every time. It's the June bug crankbait. And I painted with Sally Hansen. So I called up TK. I said, TK, I want you to paint me a bunch of June bug crankbaits. And we'll do a show around the June bug, and we'll sell them. So what does TK do? He takes it to the next level. Remember? And he puts a stencil on the side, and it takes a minute to recognize it. But on one side, and you know what? I sold them all. Do you have any left? Do you have an example of that? I'm just going to hold this one up because this is one that does have it. All right. So this is an early prototype. So TK takes the June bug colors and he puts the stencil on it. On one side, the stencil says Epic, and on the other side, the tiger stripes say Eric. This is like one of the models. The last model he did was awesome. And I think that night we did a couple different colors. You stepped it up. You did the June bug.
I have the fireball.
Yeah, you did the fireball, right? I think I have the fireball. And then you did the fireball, which was the June bug red, right? We call it fireball. Yeah, there it is, man.
It had the same flake as the June bug. It just had that fire fluorescent red orange belly.
Right. And what got me excited was that I would send TK bottles of nail polish, and unbeknownst to me, nail polish is lacquer. It's the same thing you paint with, right, TK? And
Yep.
he thins it down and shoots it out of a brush. And if he needs some bigger flake, he goes to places and sources and makes it happen. So that was a successful run, because I was enamored with, this is a retired one, and this is the bait. I took it up to New York, and JP, this bait has only made one cast and caught one smallmouth. It was me, Travis, and who else did we have on the boat? And he goes, Will goes, let's go to the secret spot. He live scopes, and there's a ton of fish, right? I make one cast and hook the smallmouth and land the smallmouth on the cast. We subsequently throw a bunch of other stuff at him, and nobody catches another fish. That was destiny right there. So I said, you know what? I'm retiring that bait. So that was the first. Isn't that crazy? They wouldn't bite anything else. Isn't that crazy? And they were still there, just lockjawed after they bit the June bug.
Here's the other ones we did.
Yeah, let's see.
That one.
Oh yeah. That was
and then we did, right? It's just clear glitter.
Mm-hmm.
So this one, if you want a tip, Eric.
Yeah, talk to me.
That's pretty prevalent this time of year. Is that here on the river where I fish, it gets the bait gets real small this time of year.
Yeah.
So I've caught a lot of big fish throwing a crappie jig. Not
sure.
Fishing for bass, but like just swimming it through like a treetop, and then like a 4-pounder just come up there and swallow a crappie jig.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, I'm not going to go around the lake with a crappie jig, like trying to catch 4-pounders. That didn't make a lot of sense. But
right.
If you take like a 1.5 size bait,
yep,
and you're trying to match really small bait fish, this is bigger than the bait fish they're eating.
Yep.
But because it's clear, all they can see really is the eye and the dot.
Yeah.
So they can't really tell how big it is. And you catch those fish, you catch a lot of fish that bait kind of, I feel like, tricks them into not necessarily knowing how big the bait is.
Yep.
But it still looks small and unassuming.
I agree, Ben. I had a bait painted years ago, before I knew TK, and it was clear. And the bait for us at our fisheries too, TK, it's called a bay anchovy. Mm-hmm. And they pile in. And I mean, these things are about an inch long. So you're downsizing everything. But I think it brings up a good point in cranking and maybe just bait fishing overall. It's like Finesse gets them, but clear hard baits, clear topwaters, clear poppers, clear crankbaits. Pretty cool.
Yeah,
that's a hell of a tip, man.
Well, I noticed it about 5 or 6 years ago. I was farting around out there, and it kind of opened my eyes up. I was like, oh, I don't need to throw something that's, because they don't make a crankbait that small.
Yeah.
Or if you might could throw one of those like little Pond Magic bluegill baits. See, that's even big.
Yeah. Well, for me, that's about the size of the bay anchovies right there. But you're right. I think it'd even be smaller. I mean, crappie jig size, right? Yep.
So it changed. It definitely changed things up to where I could throw like normal stuff, just make it harder to see.
Right. Yep. That
I would also throw a clear swim jig.
Really? With clear skirt material?
Yep.
That's crazy, man. I have to try it. They make a clear, not a French fry, but they make a clear swamp crawler. Zoom does, and that might be something too. Interesting.
A clear French fry would be awesome.
I think it would be
clear French fry with like a watermelon tail.
Oh, that's all you need, man. You could just dip it in a little dye, and that's it.
Where's Jimmy Big Time?
He could do it,
corn, bro.
He could do it, man. He could do it. Absolutely. So that was a pretty cool night, man. That was a really successful little thing we did. I thought that was really neat.
Yeah, that was fun.
And then the next thing. So one of my favorite drop shot colors is Aaron's Morning Dawn. you guys all know about Morning Dawn, but Aaron's Morning Dawn has that white belly, which I think for me gives a little flash when I'm jiggling that slack line, and it just flashes and it speaks of the fish. We've got a lot of big fish on it and a lot of fish. And so I'm like, I was searching for nail polish colors, and I painted a sample, and that's the one I did. That's my version of Aaron, and I'll hold up the worm so you guys can see it. But I think it nailed it, right? I think it nailed it pretty damn good. And I'm like, TK, can you do it? So I sent him the colors, and this is what TK came up with. And that's a Timber Tiger DC1. I did it in a combo pack, and it was really an ode to Aaron Martin's. And at the time, I said, we're going to sell them, and then I'll donate the profits to the Aaron Martin's Family Fund. And I think we raised $1,000. We made $500 on it, and I doubled it. So that was a pretty cool night, man. But that I just caught. For the first time, I threw the 2, and this spring caught a 6-pounder on the Upper Bay, and that's on my Instagram page. I was so stoked with that. I caught a bunch of fish, but that was the big fish of the afternoon session for us on the Upper Bay. And
red hook.
I don't know if I did the red hook thing on that, man. I got to look back at the picture. I might have. I mean,
the red hook. I'm very anti red hook, but
it goes good with it.
It looks sexy on it.
It does. It looks very sexy. I have to look at that picture, man. I might have had 2 black hooks. I don't know, man, because I kind of like, I kept a couple for me, but I don't know, man. I've got some DC1s. TK, how many DC1s are you sitting on that are clear down there? That many. So it's possible we might want to do some clear ones again in that Timber Tiger. What do you think? Because we didn't do a clear run of Timber Tigers for when the bait gets small in the Upper Bay. I mean, it'd be a.
I mean, I would think you could take that to the Chesapeake and the Potomac right now and absolutely
just do some work, mass them, because this is the last group that he did for me. The DC one in Ghost Perch, which is right here. That's for the northern guys or anybody really. Ghost Minnow from Lucky Craft, one of my favorite colors, and then the veritable blue crab, which could where's
the anatomically correct one?
This is it right here. Oh, the one that you the samples.
Yeah.
I gotta go get it. It's out there. I think I have it at my desk. No, I get it. I can get it. But yeah, man, we talk a lot about colors and crankbaits. And anyway, tell them what you're doing with Marty Burns, because I want people to know that you've got a Patreon stream, and tell them about that, because Marty Burns, Big M, another big fan. You connected me and Marty, and Marty's the one that makes my epic shad. TK's the one that paints it. But I had followed Marty Byrne for years because I'm a big balsa wood nut. That is like the majority of my collection is probably wood behind me. And so I kept talking about Marty Burns on the live streams, and he heard, and you guys were working together for years. And so you shared the contact information. I got to meet Big M. But tell them about what you and Big M are doing, and tell them about your Patreon, because I'd like people to know about that.
I gotta say hey to Bebe and Bean. They're at the house watching.
Oh, hello.
But so me and Marty, I met Marty from a recommendation on either Bass Boat Central or the Bass Fishing homepage. And I was looking for somebody to fix. This is when I was in college. So this would have been like 2006, maybe.
Yeah.
Something like that. I was looking for somebody to fix my broken Bagleys. Man. I made a post about it, and somebody said, you need to talk to Marty Burns. I said, all right. So this is when I would hit him on his AOL email. And so I started sending him emails asking him if he was interested in doing this. And he's, sure, I'll fix them. So I would just bag up all my broken Bagleys and send them to him. He'd chop the lips out of them, put new lips in them, send them back to me, and I'd destroy them. And occasionally he would slide a bait in there. I'd be like, it's pretty sweet. And he'd tell me what it was. And say, all right, I like that one. But can we do this?
Mm-hmm.
Sure. So he'd, tinker with something, and that kind of snowballed. He probably should have said no, but I guess the tinkerer in him, he couldn't resist the challenge. So yeah, one thing leads to another, and eventually, because Marty is not a Bagley fan,
Right. Okay.
and I was a Bagley, nut.
Connoisseur.
He was, connoisseur. He's like, you got to quit throwing that trash. He's like, those things are garbage. I'm like, well, make me a better one, Burns. Like,
yeah, right.
I'm okay with not throwing a Bagley if you can just make me a better one.
Yeah.
So he started sending me some stuff. It's like, all right, builder dude, I like this. And so then he would build stuff for me, and I would just, I'd just dream it up and be like, can you build this? Me too.
Sure.
And I was in Austin, and we were talking, and he said, I'm getting kind of tired of painting. He said, I'm thinking about just building baits and just like sending them to people and having them, they can just buy them blank and then have other people paint them. I was like, why don't you just send them all to me?
Yeah.
I was like, you don't have to send them to anybody else. I said, how many can you build? He said, I don't know. How many do you want? I said, build me 100. He's like,
yeah,
I don't want to build 100. I said, okay, well, whatever the number is, just
right.
Whatever you feel like building, I'll take. You don't have to, put them out there into the world. I want them. So that's where our collaboration started. And he got tired of painting, and I don't build. So
that's right. That's right. I used to chase his baits on eBay. I mean, it would be rare for one to come up, and I would get one maybe a year. Nobody sold their big M baits, man. But I was lucky enough to score like 3 or 4, and that was pretty much it. So it was neat to see. But right now, people can buy them through you if they're subscribed to your Patreon. How do they find your Patreon? And you do what? Maybe a couple of every 90 days of like private live streams. You bring on.
I try to if I can find a guest, or if I can get time to do it. But there's like right now there's a catalog of previous live streams that's pretty damn good.
Yeah, I would agree. You get some legendary people on there. But if people are members, which you call campers, right?
Campers,
of your Patreon, you send emails out that you're going to do a Marty Burns custom painted Marty Burns with TK Stanley drop. Do you have any baits to show that you want to show? Like, that maybe
I got the most recent one we did.
I think that would be really cool to do a little show and tell, man. Tell us about the bait. I'm going to go get the anatomically correct crab. I'll be right back.
The bait is very near and dear to my heart because it was probably accounted for more childhood topwater fish than just about anything. Just probably under a baby bass rebel popar. But so this is the original bait that most everybody recognizes.
Yep.
Everybody knows the spitting image.
Right on.
So I asked Builder Dude, I said, Builder Dude, can we do one of those? And he said, yeah, send me one. Well, I didn't send him one for quite a few years. And Bobby Balsa finally took the bull by the horns and said, Builder Dude, I'll send you one. So we can thank Bobby Balsa for sending Builder Dude one to destroy.
Nice.
So he chopped it up, and he made us a balsa spitting image. So this is the
pretty damn sexy.
Yeah, I wanted a bone one. I wanted like just flat bone, and so that's what we did.
Does that have a ticker in it? Did I hear a ticker?
No, this one's silent.
Okay, so you got some silence. Do you have any tickers, or is that all just silent? Silent.
Not in that one. These are all silent.
All right.
I feel like some of the times it depends on the bait.
Sure.
Sometimes the ticker will throw it off a little bit.
Yeah.
We've done certain baits. I feel like topwaters or balsa topwaters are specifically finicky when it comes to adding rattles to them.
I would agree.
So I typically don't like them.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a ton of options for baits with rattles. Not a lot without rattles.
Yeah.
So it doesn't hurt me to not have a.
Sure. Yeah. Plus, it's sneaky. All right.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the blue crab. Anatomically correct. So I just want to show. TK sent me some pre-primed Timber Tigers. That's what I did first, and TK's like, nice try, Eric, but that ain't bad for an amateur. But then TK goes, all right, what do you think of this? So there are 3, and there's, oh wow, and he numbered them. Damn. There ain't many TK Stanley baits in the world that have a number. I'm going to show you number 1. So you guys have to understand, when a crab's swimming around, he swims sideways. So those are the eyes, right? And what's cool about this bait, if you look at the fins, right?
On the bottom.
It's a crab, man.
Yeah, if you squint and look at that thing, it looks like a little crab going through the water.
Yeah, because look, see the fin on how like the face pops out. It's like a little crab. This is a very cool bait. So you did that one with the red eyes, and then they're very similar, but the pattern, this is a little darker. Yeah. Right. So TK, you were playing around with the splatter and the stencil, and then this is the final one. So these are 3 of 3. Wow, man.
That was all the.
I don't think I want to throw them.
Yeah, you got to throw those.
I think I do, don't I? All right, I'll keep one out, but it's not going to be number 1. I'm going to put 3 in the game.
There you go.
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
Throw 3 and think about old Dennis the Menace when you throw it.
I will, man, because that's right. That was a Dennis the Menace request. Yes, absolutely. There you go. That's the story on that bait.
I couldn't not do that.
Absolutely. Oh, by the way,
I was like, man, he's got enough of these. We can spare a couple to put eyes on the side.
We can. And by the way, they are available on the Bass Lab right now. So available. There you go. And
you still got
Anthony,
those?
Guys. I do. Yeah. They're still available, man. We did a big number of those. That's probably the biggest custom run one of them. Because normally, I have very low numbers of what you paint for me, what Marty does, and I do some other collaborations, but specifically Tacklecraft stuff and Marty Burns stuff. But this is pure Tacklecraft. This is just TK's custom paint. Anyway, Big JP, here's what I want to know. What is your favorite crankbait? What is your favorite hard bait to throw? Let's go lipless and then crankbait. Back to back. Talk to us.
The lipless would be the original Excalibur XRK 50, and the crankbait would be
color?
A DT6.
In what color?
Oh, it'd be the sexy shad. Not sexy shad. What was it?
Foxy Mama.
Foxy Mama,
yeah.
TK knew. And then DT6. No square bills in your life. That's interesting.
Yeah, I like square bill. You asked my favorite though. My favorite's the DT6.
I got it. DT6. Okay.
What's your favorite DT6 color?
Yeah.
The crawdad, the orange with the orange belly with the red top. Yeah.
You talking about Demon?
Yeah.
Yeah, Demon. Gotcha. Ticonderoga, Big Mama's just throating it, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Off of Rocky Points outside of spawning bays. Let's do it.
Oh yeah.
I can't. Oh, dude, there's nothing better than a
you coming next spring?
You're damn right I am, dude. I got to fish tie with you, man. I've never fished Ticonderoga. Absolutely. All right.
To me, there's only one DT6 color,
which is
Bleeding Olive Shiner or Bleeding Olive Shad.
Oh yeah.
The one with the sure set hooks.
Yeah. I think I have that in a flat. I might have some DT6s back there. It's hard to find.
That's an interesting thing I learned about my DTs.
Yeah,
was I had 2 favorites.
Tell me.
And I'd throw them in I throw them in, I don't know, about starting in late October and go through about into December. And I would just crush on these 2 baits. And I would swap them out because I would get scared to lose one, and I'd throw my backup, and then my backup kind of became my good one, and then I'd go back to the other one, and I cycled between those 2. And I was trolling, trying to like get lined up on a cast, and I had my bait kind of dragging beside the boat, and I hit free spool, and it sunk.
That might have been an advantage. You never know.
I thought, that's interesting. So I took it off and I tied the other one on.
Right.
And I threw it on the side, and it sunk.
Damn.
So I thought, my 2 favorite DTs sink.
Wow.
Never knew.
Yeah.
But it changed. It changed the way I fished them, because initially I thought they floated, so I would throw them a little less cautiously.
Yeah.
And then knowing they sank, I was like scared that they were just going to get pinned to the bottom.
I tell you what, the knock on the DT for me is it is a snaggy bait, unfortunately, but it catches them. That's a fact. But it does hang up a bit, in my opinion. It is not.
Are you familiar with the Mandela effect?
Yeah, Travis talks about it for sure. Mandela,
where you think you heard something or something was a certain way, and
no, dude, this is from experience of breaking them off.
No, I'm talking, have you heard we came up with a I wouldn't call it a conspiracy, but a conspiracy with the DT6
about sinking or getting snagged.
No, there's a large population of people that think the original DTs were silent.
How about that?
And they weren't.
How about that? Crazy.
And I'm telling you, I have had people say, I know that my DTs in my box are silent. I said, okay. And they pull them out.
Yeah.
It's got a little bit of ticker in them.
It does have a ticker, man. I do like the ticker in them, that's for sure.
But I've talked to so many people that swear they have silent DTs.
That's so crazy.
And I've yet to see one.
Very interesting, man. Yeah, I love that little click in them for sure.
So that is the there's a couple of those Mandela effects in the fishing world. That's one of them.
That's one of them. Yeah, there's plenty out there. There's plenty out there. So how do people find and sign up if they want to become a camper? How do they go about that, TK?
I think you could just.
Is there a link on your website?
There's a link on my Instagram.
Okay, gotcha.
But if you go to Patreon and just search Tacklecraft, it'll pop up. Or if you like longhand typing, patreon.com/Tacklecraft, I think we'll pull it up.
I gotcha.
But I would say the membership is worth just watching John Pryor's old live streams.
Agreed. Talk about John Pryor. For those of you who don't know who that is, TK, give us a little John Pryor riff.
John Pryor was one of the guys that was kind of responsible for me. He was a big influence on me coming up painting. I always called him the king of clean because his baits always just looked immaculate. And the other thing, John, like all the whole fishing lure thing has changed so much because cell phones, for one, have helped astronomically as far as photography.
Sure.
And just information, like,
yeah.
But back then, some guys could paint okay, but they couldn't photograph their baits.
Yeah.
So they were, they could paint decent and take a shitty picture.
Right.
So John was one of the few guys that could paint, but he could also photograph, and he could make his baits look sexy. And he'd set them up, and he'd put them on his rod, and it was always very tastefully done. He had the eye for that, and most everybody didn't. I can't think of another guy that could photograph like John did. So I saw him on Tackle Underground, I would see his pictures, and I'd go and look at them and drool over them and go down there and try and do my shitty attempt at painting one. I actually have one. I actually have one that was like, I wouldn't call it an attempt, but it was a bait that I saw that John painted, and I like tried to do something like similar, and it was awful. But he had it. Whatever it is, he had it. And like Casey from 6 Cents, he posted pretty good pictures, but his pictures to me weren't as like sexy as John's.
Right.
Yeah, so I always held John's baits to the top of the standard of what crankbait painting should be.
And at that point, was he working under the Ace in the Hole custom lures?
Yeah, he was Ace in the Hole in.
Yeah.
I feel like he's been Ace in the Hole forever.
Yeah. For those of you who want to follow John Pryor or find out who he is, unfortunately, his whole library of pictures he lost and got hacked, right? So he's rebuilding. Yeah. So Ace in the Hole, I don't know where you could find the library of all the photos, but John Pryor, spell his last name for everybody. Prior. Yep. Ace in the Hole custom lures. And he's on Instagram again. So he's starting to post a little bit, but there you go.
Yeah, I think he's got a lot of his pictures still. But I've got a lot of them.
Do you really?
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite Pryor bait that like really captured your attention in the early Pryor years? And is it still hold true today? Would that be this pattern, this color?
Oh yeah, they're timeless. It's like Ralph Lauren, dude. Like Ralph Lauren will make like good looking menswear and like clothing forever. It'll never go out of style. Like John's baits the same way. Like they will. You'll never look at them in 50 years and be like, damn, that thing's sexy.
So which one's your favorite?
I don't know what he calls it, but there's a green one that he painted on he always did it on a DD14. Normally.
Really?
Yeah, he painted, like, my favorite baits he's ever painted were all on DD14s.
Do you have one?
Do I have one of his?
Yeah.
No. I have a Marty Burns bait he painted.
Let's see it. Just show.
But he said he told me one of my favorite colors of his. He broke the bill on it, and he was like, "I'll send you the bait. I've still got it. It doesn't have a bill on it." I was like, "I don't care. Like,
it does.
I want the paint job.
I want a Pryor.
Right. I want that one. It was the one in the picture too.
Was it really?
Yeah. I don't know why he was throwing it, but
yeah.
It's one he painted last year.
Oh, there it is, man. He is the king of clean, man.
He is. And his clear coat, like, it's thick and expensive, and it's got that little micro signature on the front. Like you can tell his baits
a mile away.
And it doesn't have to be anything like, you know what I mean? Like he could paint that thing black and white, and you could tell that he did it.
And you'd be happy.
Yeah. So, which to me is the toughest pattern to paint anyway.
All right, so you're showing off some Pryor. I guess I'll show a little Pryor.
That's the only one I got, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
You saying I got more Pryors than you got?
You've got, yeah.
All right, so here's a Pryor right there.
Coach Dog.
The Coach Dog, Lime Coach Dog. This is a fried banana, I think, right? Or bruised banana. Is that what that's called?
I don't know. I always call that one pieball, but it's probably something different.
All right, pieball. We'll go with pieball. This is a unique one, another Coach Dog kind of pattern.
Yeah.
You know?
I think that one was done as that one was influenced by a Man's Classic spinnerbait.
Interesting.
The head of a Hank Parker.
Didn't know the story, but this is a very unique one. I mean,
that's Clemens.
Yeah. But I like that I like how he did the chartreuse underspray over the black pattern. The camera's not picking up great, but anyway, that's a prior for you. Let me see if I got anything else. Color. How about this one?
That's that old Norman color.
Fried green tomato?
I don't know what the name of that is.
I mean, that kind of looks like the top of a fried, like tomato, but like, I don't know, man.
I forget what Norman called it. They did it with bars.
Yeah.
I'm guessing they did it without bars, but
yeah,
they did both.
Yeah, and I just gave him painter's choice on these. I said paint whatever you want, and so he did. And those are fish catchers, because those are just the extras. The other ones are in the, in the game.
That's a Arkansas thing.
What do you mean?
That color.
Okay.
It's very sought after in the state of Arkansas for some reason.
Yeah.
That's where its cult following is. Like, you got like whatever Table Rock shad, I guess, in Missouri, and you got all these certain colors that are specific to areas. That's an Arkansas thing.
Anthony guy says, and Anthony said that is not fried green tomato. I'll crank it and leads to a Bruce banana.
He's not wrong.
He ain't wrong. That's right. He's always got the best comments, man. I mean, Anthony too, man. There's some really hilarious.
Anthony sent me this shirt.
Did he really? Let's see. Hog time. How about that?
My other one he sent me. Let's see if it's here. I don't know if I have it here.
Yeah. You got these stickers from Tacklecraft? There are a few of, my favorites in the biz that you have done. Why don't you show off a couple of your slaps, TK? If you got any available stuff for sale, or are they sold out?
I have 3 of these.
Let's take a look. Well, you only have 2 because you need to send me one. I can't freaking find mine.
This is the newest one.
You did it?
Yeah.
You are in trouble now.
Sean, if you get on the camper site, there is a stream with me and Frank the Tank.
Worth it.
Yeah,
worth it.
I got to do a volume 2 with Frank the Tank because I forgot a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. Ryan Thiel wants to know, do you ever wear the hog cranking shirt to pick up the kiddos, TK?
Haven't yet.
Bay and the bean.
Haven't yet.
Okay. Just got to roll in.
But it's not out of the realm of possibility.
Yeah, that's right. What else is on your mind these days in the world of bass fishing?
That 316 and Ryan Thiel's little picture box.
What do you mean?
I painted it.
Talk to me.
It was just like one of the early swim baits I painted. I put a bluegill paint job on it. That was probably when I lived here before I moved to Austin. So that would have been like a 2013. Wow. Very, very, very early paint job.
Like the wake bait or like a 316 glider?
This predated the glide.
So this was the junior waker.
This was the Wake Junior, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think I got one. I want to show everybody what the heck you're talking about. I only got one. It's Kokanee.
Wake Junior, yeah.
Yeah.
Ryan, you still have that bait? Oh yeah.
Kokanee. And you painted a bluegill on that thing.
Yeah. I don't remember what color it was originally that Ryan sent me, but
really, Kokanee was one of his popular ones. I think it's Kokanee. I don't know. Yeah, Ryan Thiel says yes, I still have it. And Ryan, riddle us this: how many hogs have you caught on it?
Yeah, has it seen water?
Yeah, exactly.
That was one of the Mickey saw that picture, and later on he reached out to me and wanted me to paint baits for him. Kind of that stemmed from that bait.
Yeah, Ryan Thiel said, I think it was a shad, something, no description. It's seen water, just not enough. Yeah.
I think it was a shad. Man. Yeah.
You painted over it, or you painted in shad?
No, I painted it a bluegill. It started as a shad.
What flavor of bluegill? Do tell.
I
Dr. Stanley,
feel
was
like
it you're just like something?
I feel like I only had one back then, and
Okay.
I'm also pretty sure that was before I even had any type of stencil that matched a swim bait body. So I was probably taking masking tape, such as this,
For the
and
bars?
You would take it, and you would, when you rip it, you get an uneven edge, so you don't get a
Very
hard
cool.
straight line. So I would do that and mask the bars individually to make my bluegill bars.
Very interesting.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, Ryan lives in Minnesota.
He used to be in Mississippi.
Oh, okay. He says big Minnesota bass are stingy. I think Minnesotans would agree. Isn't Seth Fighter a Minnesotan?
Yeah, Minnesota bass aren't stingy. That's fake news, bro.
That's the Mandela effect. Damn,
Minnesota bass are idiots.
He's saying big ones. He ain't saying Minnesota bass. He's saying big Minnesota bass. They're smart.
I feel like 5-pounders in Minnesota are pretty dumb.
Really?
I just don't think. I mean, and there's a lot of them, dude.
Yeah, interesting. All right. All right.
Yeah, I mean, what's the record? What's the Minnesota state record?
Man, I don't know. It's called the Minnesota effect. I have no clue. Anybody know? Somebody Google it real quick. What is the Minnesota state record for largemouth bass? That would be a true northern.
People down south are finally starting to wise up. You know, I live in South Alabama, so we've been having people from up north come down here in the wintertime, go to the beach and all that kind of stuff. These idiots down here just stayed here in the summertime in the heat.
Wow.
You go up north, there's 3 to 5 pounders swimming everywhere.
Yeah, there you go,
and
man.
You can wear like a sweatshirt on the 4th of July.
Yeah.
But people are wising up down here, and they're like, oh, maybe we should go up north during the summer.
Maybe we should go north. Do you have a favorite color right now?
A favorite fishing lure color?
Hard bait. I'm talking just straight crankbaits, bro. You're on my show. I want to talk about crankbaits. You're Tacklecraft. You like to crank. So we're going to talk crankbaits tonight for a minute.
If I had one?
That's it, man. That you paint. Now, explain to everybody where you fish. You're in Alabama. Where do you most often fish?
I fish the Mobile Delta most often. Right. Not by choice.
Just because it's closest, right?
Yeah. If I had a choice, I would fish at Miller's Ferry on the Alabama River, which is up towards Selma, Alabama, middle of the state. So it's about a 2.5-hour drive from here.
Yeah.
That's where I kind of cut my teeth on my fishing style.
All right. All right. So anyway, real quick, 8:15 is the record. And Sean Lai added a little dimension to it. Caught in 2005, 23 inches long. That is the Minnesota state record. It's a horse. He's thick. She's thick.
Dude, very thick. 23 inches, 8.5 pounds.
I mean, there you go.
That's what's so crazy about like the river fish down here is they'll get so long and lean and weigh nothing.
That's totally. I mean, that Minnesota bass gets my She Thick Sticker Award. Just had to show it. And now you're getting into the Morning Wood episode. This is another Bass Lab sticker for those who are interested. They're on the site. But go ahead, TK. Riddle us and show us. That's an awfully small crunking box you got there, man. Let's talk crankbaits for a minute.
Yeah, I have lots of miniature boxes. That's like my it's like one of my vices is I like buying
little things. You do
little food containers that I think will be like the ultimate crankbait box or something.
All right,
they never are, but
you pull one out and 7 come out with it. All of them come out.
I had one color.
Yeah, I think it's cool. If you had, and I'll throw this out in the chat too. If you had, I mean, I see Anthony, guys. I see you, man, and I don't disagree. That's pretty damn good. If you have one color on a crankbait to throw, what color is it going to be? And now
I throw this.
see.
If I paint for myself,
Yep.
I probably paint that one.
That feels like Tennessee shad, but is it?
No, it's
Kind of
tomato shad.
It's a tomato shad. It's not. It's not really. It's not. It's not showing the tomato flavor. Now it just did a little bit better.
Yeah.
Why tomato shad? That's very interesting to me. What's on top of that?
Know.
Is it a black back or is that a green back? I know it's got green shoulders.
It's black.
Black, and then it fades into what? A green shoulder, right?
Gold scale.
Yellow, gold scale.
Yellow, and then pinky it's down the side.
Kind of bone on the belly, or no? Am I reading that wrong because of the lighting?
Right. Oh, this one actually has sharp hooks on it. It's got that golden yellow belly.
Golden yellow. What's this? What's the white? Is that just white? Just
white.
Okay, cool. It's a simulation shad. All right. I see solid white. Anthony said the words of Mr. Fritz, chartreuse brown crank is the deal. Very interesting. Lavender shad, simulation shad. Matthew Weimer likes the bro bone. Don't know that we painted that yet. If Big JP was here, he'd get a kick out of that. Bro bone has to be done.
See if I can find it. It's a toss up. This one is taking the. This one is maybe taken over.
Really?
Yeah. Because I've caught so many damn big ones on it. It's gonna piss Builder Dude off.
Well, what do you mean?
Because it was built by a company that starts with a B, then it's not Burns.
Bagley.
Where is it?
Well, you're looking for it. Matthew Weimer wants to know if you've got a bro bone prototype. That color needs to be done. I'm going to be the guy to do it. TK is sitting on some epic shads for me, and maybe we'll do a bro bone color.
Where'd it go?
I don't know, TK. All right. Since you guys are watching, and TK's the painter, I'll just throw this up as we're talking about favorite colors. Later in the show, we're going to vote on what needs to be done. Man, you got to take that out of the package, bro. It's like Lucky Craft crack.
Magic scales. Actually, I have the Burns that I was catching them on, but I don't know where it is.
What the hell?
But it's that color.
So that's what's on the back? Yeah, there you go. Help me out. Turn it on the back. So that's like a chartreuse back. What's the overspray on the scales? Gray?
It's kind of silvery.
Silvery. Okay. So silver scales. Then it kind of rolls into crack scales. White on the sides.
Yep.
Ruby throat. Orange throat. Oh, I see the orange now. And then what color eyes, bro? That's wild. Damn, you did the red eye. Or is that fluorescent orange eyes? I can't tell.
And like, Eric, you know me, I'm not like a superstitious kind of fisherman. I try to not, like, I've got everything like I like it for the most part, but
yeah, you can paint anything you want any day.
There's something to those damn scales. Oh, there it is. There's one of them.
And the scales TK's talking about, which they used to sell, but they don't anymore. That I've got like a couple sheets left. Where the hell is it? I'm panicked. Oh, here they are. Oh, that's the bait.
This is my other Bagley that I threw a bunch.
So that back is what, like black? Yeah, for sure. Black.
This was the first one I painted to like see if it was going to work.
So these are the scales that TK's talking about. Magic scales from Lucky Craft. Too bad you can't find them anymore, but TK's cracked the code. I have a sheet of gold. A viewer sent me some extra gold. I got a sheet of purple, TK. And then, wait, stop the presses. Blue. It's pretty badass. I cried when they stopped making it.
Are those like it's like a strip of scales, right?
No, it's a whole sheet. And let me show you what you could do with it. So this is a Daiwa peanut.
Mm-hmm.
And it's clear. So, but see how I magic scaled it? And I can remove each individual scale. Like if I want to sit there and be picky, I can take a little, fly tying tool and remove any scale. And then I paint over it with some clear nail polish. So I can crack a bait, but I only have enough to crack a few baits.
So this
so
might
if you
be
really want a lot of crack, that's TK Stanley for you.
This must be the Mandela effect.
What's that?
But I vividly remember very early Lucky Craft selling the crack scales, but they were the individual scales.
No, they only came in
telling
sheets.
You.
No, dude.
I think it existed.
No,
I'm telling you.
No, dude. This is how you bought
telling
them.
you.
And they had small, medium, and large. Dude, I dove into the cracks. I found these in Japan.
I'm telling you, that's where you had to get them from. I'm gonna have to go down the.
You better go ahead and find them. I dare you.
I'm gonna have to call the Lucky Craft people.
I hope you do find them. That would be cool. I just found some Hildebrandt 4s. Damn. What the hell is that doing in there? That's got to come out.
I do have the Lucky Craft hook up.
Oh, that's just inline. Never mind.
Oh no! Oh no!
What happened? What happened?
Dustin Taylor destroyed a Hellcat.
Oh, that's not good.
It's not. He pinged it off a bridge.
Oh, really?
Look how beautiful this thing is.
Oh, that's gorge, man. Yeah, that's pretty nice.
That is not nice.
Oh, no, that's not nice. Not nice.
No, he got all the way down to balsa.
Oh, man. Oh, man. That's not good.
So I'm going to have to peel all the sealer off of it and send it to Builder and let him
Wow.
Wow. What a shame. Come on, DT. Cast better, bro. That had to have been a lick.
Damn, man. That hurts, dude.
But still got it. He caught a bunch on it, too. It's going to be tough to...
Damn.
Because this one I wanted to match the color of Ed's back on his citrus sheds. And it's a really weird color. But
let's see it.
This isn't exact, but it's pretty close. It's like Ed's is like a seafoam.
It's like that's a seafoam. It is a seafoam, bro. That's the right word for that. That is a seafoam, brother, for sure.
Yeah. But I was always a fan of Ed's chartreuse, blueback, seafoam back, because it was different. Like it was in the same ballpark, but it was just had his flair.
I got an E1. I just can't make myself throw it. I'm gonna show you, because you're right. It is like a seafoam. I mean, it's I mean, it's bordering on. This is a beautiful one too, man. E1 Ed Chambers. Damn, look at that.
Oh yeah, see.
Man, his pearls. There's something going on with his pearl. What did he do?
I can tell you.
No, but you'd have to kill me. Let me see if I can get that showing up better. There you go. That really gives you. It's almost like a robin's egg blue in a way, but with a green hue.
Let's see about that one.
I mean, look at
here's one in a sand flea.
Yeah, bud. Sand flea is a little sleeper bait, by the way. Sand flea is a sleeper, y'all. What's that?
Mine's a lot more muted.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think you nailed it, bro. You got the bars running into it, so maybe that's why, right?
Let's check the variations.
Let's see the consistency of the paint mixer.
Ed Chambers. This one's way different.
May you rest in peace.
Man, I love Ed's paint. See, mine looks more like this hickey.
The hickey?
See that hickey? See that hickey, how dull it is?
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know if it's from the epoxy, like aging.
That's another color I like, super shad. And what's weird is when I hold up the camera, I can't get that paint to flash. That's weird, man. It ain't showing. You can kind of see it, that Mega Bass pink.
Mm-hmm.
It's really hard to show. Anyway, super shad. It's pretty nasty. That's the wobbler. It's one of his better baits too, by the way.
I am, Ryan.
Zoom wobbler. But let's get back to Burns, man. Let's get back to Burns and TK Stanley.
Yeah, he's probably cursing me right now.
Why?
I said Bagley so many times.
I want to show a color that you did. No, I can't show that color. Sorry. I don't want anybody to steal it. This is my favorite.
What year is the Hickey? The Hickey is undated.
There's a little TK. There's a little TK Stanley green pumpkin crawl for you.
What does that mean, Eric?
TK? What's that?
If my sand flea is not numbered.
Well, you better call up Ed and say you forgot to number it. That could make it more valuable or less valuable. I don't know.
The Hickey is from 11. The sand flea is not dated.
Then you've got either a rare bait or I don't know. When did Ed first start making crankbaits? Okay, here's a question for everybody.
The 90s.
Our unsigned Ed Chambers baits, and by the way, this is a badass color that TK did for me. That little fucker.
Oh, yeah,
right
you
there.
got a bunch on that one.
Oh my God. I've got a bunch on all your colors, by the way. But that in particular gets bit a lot.
What?
And that one too. Perch.
Oh, yeah, that's a prior ripoff.
This one is right there.
Yeah.
Thank you, John.
Yeah. Thanks, John. I don't do the one he does justice, but you gotta have the right squigglies on the side.
Yeah. It's kind of cool. The bar, yeah, for sure.
I don't know what he calls it. I did it, or I don't do it as good as he does. Jimmy Eder used to do it a bunch.
Okay.
Jimmy took a lot of, or I guess John gave Jimmy a lot of his patterns, and Jimmy ran with them.
Really?
Yeah.
Why would John do that?
Because he liked Jimmy.
That's pretty solid.
John's a nice guy.
I like it. All right, where are those epic shads? Because I want the fans tonight get to pick the next 3 colors of the epic shad. How many epic shads do we have right now sitting over there?
I can't show them, Eric.
Oh, that's right. Never mind. Well, I can
can't
show
them because they have rattles in them.
Okay, I can show them because I have penguins. So that's what I'm going to do. Do you have juniors or full size? Mid diver or shallow?
Oh man, this hurts me to peel this paint off.
Peel the paint off? What are you talking about?
This bait, because I'm gonna have to strip it and reseal it with.
Oh no, that's painful.
I know.
You remember if you have juniors or full size, dude?
I think I have both.
Okay, that's
I have little top waters. These are full size.
Full size, yep.
These seem to be full size.
Okay.
And these look a little smaller.
Okay, so you have juniors too.
I have 2 bags of big uns, 1 bag of little uns.
And medium divers or shallow, sorry.
They have a shallow bill.
They have a shallow bill. Okay, cool. So I'm going to show the size differential. And then I want everybody to like vote on the next color combo. What do you think, TK? Is this a good idea or bad?
I think it's a good idea. I mean,
okay.
That's a lie. It's not.
All right, I'm just going to show the baits. You can vote.
I just agreed, but deep down, that's a terrible idea.
This is a terrible idea. So you may or may not see the color you vote for. You could just suggest what you'd like to see if you've ever purchased them and you're looking to purchase a few more. Here you go. So I'm just going to show. This is the Epic Shad and Epic Shad Junior. These are big flat sides, by the way. I think this baby is over a ½ ounce. These are cover cranking baits. They have a lot of balsa. They do have a ticker. And they have secondary action. And when they back out a cover, they back out fast and they wobble on the rise and they do really funny things. I tend to worm these cranks a lot, meaning I'll make a cast, whether I'm rip wrapping, and generally that's where I'm throwing on rip wrap banks, gravel, pea gravel, whatever. But I'm worming it. I'm reeling down, pulling, stopping. That generates a lot of bites on this crankbait. Love it in the spring. Obviously, I want a bigger bait. And That's, I'm a big fan of the BDS4, but the BDS4 does not behave like this bait. So
can we get a close up of that gill?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. This is another TK idea, man. E. Pretty cool.
Reason E, fronts and backs.
That's right. Isn't that sexy? It's pretty cool.
I like that.
I do too, man. That's a good signature right there. So
it fits the bait, and then I don't know, it's what that bait needed, because it's got a lot of real estate on it.
It does.
It needed something to take up some of that void.
It did.
And it didn't. And the thing about it is, you put just a little moon shaped gill on it, and it never quite fit. And I've painted every kind of gill mark imaginable on those, and they never. Right. Every time I painted, I'm like, that's not right. And finally, I was like, let's do this the right way.
Yeah, very true, man. Very true.
So
very true.
Does match that bait well.
It does, man. It does. So if you're hunting for a color and you want to suggest one, suggest it up.
Matthew has a question. He wants to know, how long does a paint job take?
Great question, Matthew Weimer.
What's funny is in my very, very early years, when I was on, you can probably still find this question on Bass Boat Central. I got in the lure crafting group and asked a question: how long does it take you guys to paint a bait? Because I feel like it takes me a long time. And everybody got in there and they said, oh, it takes me 15 to 20 minutes. And at the time, it was taking me an hour. But I was trying to also flex on all these losers and do something that wasn't sexy shit. And so I was like, man, I'm kind of slow. So
right.
It really depends. All the other stuff is what takes so much time. I can paint pretty fast.
Yeah.
It's the sanding and trying to get around the nose and sand up in here and sand in here. All the nitpicky stuff, masking the bills, putting them on the stick, all that stuff adds
prep work, right?
All the prep work takes way more time than actually painting.
Isn't that crazy? So
it depends on the paint job, though.
Of course, but take a stab. Prep to you got to you got to clean the freaking thing of your airbrush, right? If you're changing colors, right?
Yeah,
I mean, there's that too.
I would say it probably takes, by the time you're said and done, 45 minutes of touching it.
Wow. That's a lot. That's a lot. And then if you think about what goes into Burns building it.
Oh yeah, it's got a lot of time in it.
It does, man. It does. But to me, custom painting and balsa in particular, there's magic in it, man. Wood and water.
Respirator. Good question, Brian.
Yeah, bud. That's what I thought.
I use a breathe cool apparatus. So it's a air filter outside of my paint room, and it's got a hose that runs to a mask inside the paint room. So it pulls air from outside. And so I have not a recirculating fan, but I have an exhaust fan on one side of the shop. I have my breathe cool outside the shop that pulls air, clean air from outside, and it all goes through. So it's a full face.
You look like a Navy fighter pilot, but Anthony Geis has the next question, which you'll have to answer.
Levi's, bro.
And he's wearing them. JP Harrell says, man, that's a lot of time in a custom crank. Makes me feel worse when I snag one, which is very rare. Has anybody ever dove to go get either a crankbait or a really important bait? Who's been in the water trying to get one?
I've never swam for one.
I've never swam.
But I've
That's
set for an hour with a lure retriever over the top of a bait doing this.
Yeah. Have you ever done the net job where you hang your net up? Because I fish around bridges and guys down south.
Oh yeah,
like,
I've definitely grabbed hooks with a net.
Yeah, for sure, man. That's a good
That's
way
like
to get
that's like when you're that's like the last resort when you're like, all right, I'm out of options here. I'm gonna have to like get this thing.
Yeah, you have to, because you're pulling up a cast net with it generally, and you better check your net because you might have a hole in it. If you got your crankbait back, then you ruin your net. Worth it though, especially if it's special. There's no doubt about it. Matthew Weimer says he went swimming for a man's crankbait for my day. He said he was like 9 when he did it. Was it the pig, the razorback?
Right. Brian also say he was talking about painting in like respirators and stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of guys that use water-based paint think they don't have to wear a respirator because it's not solvent-based, so it just doesn't stink. But the issue you run into where you need to wear a respirator with water-based paint is the metallics and the pearls. Because if anybody has ever been in a room where you're spraying pearls or metallics without an exhaust fan, it looks like it is just raining metallic flake.
That's crazy.
And you're breathing it all in. And the problem with metal flake and all that stuff is once it gets in your lungs, it doesn't go anywhere.
Oh boy.
So there's probably been so much like pearls and metallics sucked in people's lungs. I mean, I've done it, but like I feel like there was a huge misconception back when I was coming up that like solvent bad, water good. And it didn't really have anything to do. Like anytime somebody would be like, oh, what about this solvent stuff? Like, oh, you need good respiration, you need good filtration, you need it for anything.
Yeah. So when you're powder coating a jig head and you're popping it in that Protect powder paint, and you see that little puff come up.
Yeah.
You're getting some metallics in there. Okay.
Yep.
All right. That's good. Hey man, that's a PSA announcement right there, bro.
Yeah. That's always bothered me.
Right.
Like people talk about, oh, solvent will kill you. It's like, no, dude, that shit'll sucking up metallic flake will kill you just as fast.
Yeah, for sure. It's good stuff.
Yep.
So
there's a lot of bad information out there.
Are you watching any YouTube fishing vids these days? What's got your attention? Bass fishing's changed even since I've known you. What grabs TK Stanley's attention to consume?
The aspiring angler Chris Johnson.
And
the Messiah.
And you've had him on.
I have.
Yeah, on one of your camper streams, right? That's worth the price of it. Him and John Pryor, right? I mean, did you get to ask the Messiah all the questions you wanted, or are you going to have?
No, I need to get the Messiah on again. He,
yeah. Would you please invite me to that? I'd pay you to be on the stream. Yeah, let the Messiah know I'm willing to pay to have entry into being a guest on that stream.
Yeah, he.
All right, so tell people about Chris Johnson because I don't think they know. And it's not Chris Johnston. It's not Chris Johnston. It is the antithesis of Chris Johnston.
Yes. Right. So people might have seen Chris. What was it last year?
Maybe
or 2 years ago. He won.
I think it was 2 years ago.
He won some big championship, Bassmaster Opens championship. Not Opens. It was the Federation Championship, something like that.
Yep.
He won it out of like a late '80s Ranger. Yeah. With a carved 150 Merc.
That's right. And an old school big ass square tackle box, right? With trays.
Still got tackle boxes.
Yep.
He uses green Corrados and
the
stuff that all of us grew up fishing with. That's like
the good ones.
He's still using.
Is he a lefty or a righty?
He's a righty.
201? No, so he's 200.
Yeah,
300s. Yeah.
But he builds his own baits. He's got a like a bait company where he makes spinner baits and buzz baits and stuff.
Yeah.
He told me an interesting thing on the stream. when we were talking, we were talking about, you know, stuff that he liked and kind of influenced him in his area and stuff. He said, he's like, you know, I like war eagles. I was like, okay. He said, everybody does around here because we grew up throwing war eagles because they were local. He said, but he said there was a problem with the war eagles, and that is they plated their wire.
They did, and they plated the hooks.
Yeah, and he said
everything terrible.
He said because they plated the wire, it kills some of the vibration. So that's why I make my bait the way I do, is because I like the vibration I get without the plated wire. It's like, damn, dude, that's pretty nerdy.
And hopefully he
and I'm not like that deep into like spinner baiting, but it was cool talking to a guy who is and listening to him talk about like how much that bothered him. I mean, it bothered him enough that he would go make his own. Like,
that's right. He's old school as they get.
He is as old school as they get. Yes, yeah, but he's a great storyteller. He's like,
he really
salt of the earth dude, and he's just a quality human that is not trying to be something he's not. And I think that is the biggest problem with YouTube and social media, is like the dude is just being him. And they don't make a lot of Chris Johnsons, like, especially now, because everybody wants to do a circus act and pretend like, you know, they want to do what they think everybody wants them to do. And
that's right. He's being super true, super authentic.
Yeah. So love that guy.
Yeah. Get him back.
We need more of him.
We do. I'm
sure they're out there.
Do. Yeah.
They just don't have YouTube channels. They don't have computers.
True. Yeah. That's right.
They have dial-up modems.
Find them, TK, and bring them to the light.
I don't know how you find them.
Bring them to the Bassin universe. I wish Mean Gene was alive.
I wish Mean Gene was alive too. He would. He could give you some stories.
He was a spinnerbaiter.
He was a spinnerbaiter. 3/8 chartreuse white double willow.
Heck yeah, man.
That's
he was a spinnerbaiter. That's awesome, man. Who are your bass fishing guys you follow these days? Anybody?
Now?
Yeah, like Chris Johnson be one, right?
I don't even.
Is there anybody on the elites? I mean, are you a John Cox fan? He keeps it simple.
Yeah, I like John, but I don't follow him.
I got you.
I'm trying to think. There's probably somebody that I'm forgetting.
Do you still watch derbies? Are you excited about the changes that have recently been announced in the Elite Series?
Yeah,
the flip of a coin, is it live scope or not? And then TK, I talked to you today about it when I called you to say, could you come on? Guys, I don't know how many of you guys know this, but apparently they're passing that same thing in the Bassmaster Opens. Some opens will now be no live scope. How about that? What do you guys think of that? I'm excited.
I got a question. This has been bothering me.
Yeah. Let's go.
So, all right. You've got the largemouth bass fishing, not just largemouth, but bass fishing community.
That's right.
And it's this big.
This small.
So the tackle companies have complained that non-forward facing baits are not selling great.
All right.
So the guys that are tournament serious guys that are willing to pony up the money to have forward facing and use it a lot and buy baits specific to that.
Yep.
In the grand scheme of the market, can't be that much.
It's like not even 1%, probably.
Say it's 10%.
But
so are they telling me that 10% of the population is buying 90% of the baits?
But they're telling the 90% how to fish.
I mean, the math ain't mathing to me.
That's true. I mean, I think at the same time you got some other factors, maybe.
I mean, it just seems weird that only the guys with live scope are buying enough fishing tackle to tank everything else and only float everybody.
I don't think that's the case, right? But if you look at a lot of dynamics, I mean, I look at tournament participation at the local level. It's a sign of the times. It's way down. The fields are in half, right? If you look at the co-angler participation, They've eliminated codes at a lot of levels, right? So that used to be kind of like a thing. I love to do it. I mean, when I first got in, I couldn't think straight, knowing that I might get on a boat with a top 150 pro and go on the Potomac River. I couldn't wait, TK. I consume my Bassmaster magazine. I want to see how they do it. But if you fast forwarded to today and said I had the chance to get on a top 150 pros boat, knowing that I've got a 50-50 shot where they're going to be stuck out in the middle of the lake, casting at nothing, I wouldn't do it. Bass boats, in terms of expense, are kooky right now, as well as the electronics to go along with it, right? So, and inflation, the economy, I mean, there might be a million reasons for it, for the demise of the regular tackle sales for old school fishing. I can't put it all together in my brain, but you're right. Your point was well taken. What do you guys think? I mean, Kyle Downey just said because bass boats and electronic costs are at hand, for sure.
I mean, honestly, maybe we're not giving enough credit to professional bass fishermen moving the needle.
I think you just
like
said
if they're not throwing hard baits and they're not throwing chatter baits and they're not throwing spinner baits.
No, they still throw chatter baits, but I hear you.
You know what I mean? They're not getting the coverage of it. Then like the average guy is just not buying anything.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe the 10% tell the 90% what to buy. Awesome. And they're like, don't need it. Maybe. I mean, if they don't throw it, it's out of fashion. Maybe they are the influencer of the age. I don't know. I don't know who's driving tackle sales.
Have you looked on websites and in stores lately? A
lot of sales are going on.
Dude, hard bait clearance everywhere. You can get anything you want.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Yeah. I love it.
For sure. Because I still like fishing that way. There ain't no question.
It's great for the guys that
I wish the price of Marty Burns and TK Stanley custom painted baits would come down likewise.
No, they're going up, maybe.
Oh yeah, exactly. Well, riddle me that, Batman.
What?
Custom stuff still holds its value.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's the rise of garage craft, personally. A well-made, designed garage craft guy, right, that knows the bait, like a Chris Johnson is a perfect example, right? Because War Eagle's got to be one of the top spinner baits out there, right? They've really put some great spinner baits out. Their spinner baits do get bit, right? But I absolutely don't like their hook. Sorry. It gets dull super fast. Sometimes it's dull out of the package. I can't sharpen it good enough.
It's probably from being plated.
It is plated, is what I'm trying to tell you. I don't know what's underneath of it. I don't even know where the hook comes from.
But I'm guessing the plating process also involves heat.
Probably.
So
here's the point I'm trying to make. Make me a spinner bait that's correct in every way, right? And I feel like I did one, the River Rat spinner bait, which I can't get in stock anymore because my guy's not making them. But that bitch is correct. It's a small, compact finesse spinner bait with a good hook, right? Yeah. And it catches them. And everything's right, top to bottom in my book. Everything is right. I love that bait. And you've got baits that you've made that you love, right? I think it's an opportunity for people to appreciate a better made bait. So maybe the big brands lost their way.
Oh, I love it. I think I definitely think it's
you know what I mean? It's now time for the garage guys, the guys that can like look at a bait, a jig maker, a spinner bait maker, a custom crankbait painter, a custom crankbait carver, right? I mean, pick any category, a hand poured soft plastic guy, a guy that's really, maybe improving on some of my favorite soft plastics, right? Can you build the better mousetrap and do it in a way and communicate why it's different, why it's better? I think it's an opportunity, personally, because people will pay if they understand the bait, the why, the when, the where, the how. And I think there's enough people out there. One thing I learned was that I streamed, and I told this story on Bass After Dark, TK. Debo's fishing. I've been on his stream once, I think, and maybe twice. And he's got over 100,000 subscribers. They had 350 people watching, and they were all about regular traditional fishing. Live scope didn't come up once.
Right.
These are guys that crank those spinner baits. They want to know all about soft plastics, the right hook, the right line, the right weight, traditional stuff. There was no conversation about pinging a minnow. And I bet most of them are kayak guys, bank walkers, dudes in tin boats, dudes in beginning entry-level bass boats that don't have $30,000 of electronics. That whole conversation dominates because the circles I hang out in typically are with guys that are advanced electronics. It's Travis. And I mean, he can catch the shit out of them, right? But I don't fish that way with Scooter, right? And I don't want to watch fishing that other way. I want to go out and fish old school. That's just who I am. That's my preference. It's not a statement on the technology. It's not a statement on the pros. It's not a statement on the high level of professional bass fishing. It's just me as a fisherman and an angler on what I want to do. But there's an audience out there. Are they still buying baits? Are they big enough to keep the tackle industry in business? Probably not. But what happened? Maybe it was just the economy. Maybe it was COVID. Everybody bought high. I can't put it all together in my brain, dude, but you bring up a good point. But I still say there's thousands of people out there that don't give a shit about tournament fishing. They could care less. They don't watch the pros. They're just tuning into a different thing. Other influencers. Devo's.
Yeah, I think they just need somebody to get behind.
Yeah,
and like growing up, it was Ray Scott and it was Bass. Like
that's right.
He made you feel warm and fuzzy that you were going to be okay, and he had it.
Right.
Well, now it's so fragmented, and there's like so many places to get information. Like
it's fragmented and divisive.
Before you just waited for Ray Scott to tell you what you wanted to do.
To me, it's not only fragmented, but it's divisive. The whole debate, the whole anti this. You're a loser. You're old. You're a flat brimmer. You're young. You can't catch it without it. You have to have it with it. You didn't learn it. You're lost your way. Bass fishing. Truly, to me, it feels like the rest of the world. Opposite polar hate, angst. That's not what I want to be. I don't want to be in that conversation. I just want to go fishing, bro. I love walking the bank today as much as I did when I was 12 with one rod, a pocket full of plastics or hard baits or moving baits, whatever I'm trying to do that day for the time of year. And I get true satisfaction out of the limited number of bites I can generate walking the bank. That was one of the most gratifying days. I think I told you about it. I went up Western Maryland. I'm with my wife. Didn't even put the little electric boat in the water. Bank walked Deep Creek, literally 50 yards of it. Then went to Harrington Manor State Park. And then I went to another one. There's another little lake. And I'll think of it in a second. And had a glide bait in my hand. Generated X number of bites, caught X number of fish, caught smallies and largies on it. I was fulfilled. Wasn't about winning a tournament. Wasn't about watching a pro. Had nothing to do with the elites. I wasn't even in a boat. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I'm just talking. I can't fix the bass fishing industry because I'm not in it. I'm not a retailer. I'm not a guy that's out there trying to sell Strike King lures. Right. I'm just a guy in my basement that likes to stream and talk bass fishing and loves to fish junk. I like it all. Like finesse fishing, like big bait fishing, like hard bait fishing.
I think you are part of it. And I think you are helping like guys like you to like get people excited to like just go fish.
I mean, to me, it's the magic of, and I talked about this a little bit, about Bass After Dark when we did What's in Your Panic Box, and I showed this on the stream. I'll show it again. It was a really cool episode to me, but the two pros we had on, they said, we don't have a panic box. And I'm like, well, the show's about a panic box. And so your boat's your panic box. Call it your panic boat. And what one thing in your boat, if it's up to you to go win the Bassmasters Classic, you've got 4 fish. You're Jason Christie. He stuck with a chatterbait and he didn't catch his 5th fish. The next year he won it, right? But let's say it's a club derby and you're going to win Angler of the Year, or you're just trying to impress your girlfriend or your wife, or you're just trying to get a fish to eat and you eat bass. How are you going to catch one, right? What are you throwing? Where are you going? You got 45 minutes to do it, right? And I thought that was a cool conversation. It wasn't about that's old school. It wasn't about live scope. It wasn't about, angst or frustration with one side or the other, Republicans and Democrats. It was just fishing talk, man. That's all it was. And you know, whether I want to keep it complex or you want to keep it simple, doesn't matter. It's an individual thing, and I get excited. I still love today learning a bait and throwing something new. And just look behind me. So I'm fucked up. I don't care. It's the magic of bass fishing to me. Hacking a bait, throwing something new, making a little dumbass beetle spin and catching, you know, big smallmouth up north, because I would have never thought to do it. But I said, you know, I want to throw a beetle spin on my old bullwhip. I used to catch them on that. I did. It was fun.
So I think one thing I talked about on a stream last week was that part of the problem is that people aren't bored anymore.
Yeah.
So what I used to do was I would sit around and I would dream up these scenarios about when I was going fishing and what I was gonna throw, where I was gonna do it, how
yes,
all these scenarios of what was gonna happen.
To me, it may be like I'm still stuck when I was 12. My Bassmaster magazine would come in. I'd read an article about a Johnson spoon. I'd read an article about somebody because they couldn't afford pork. They did a trash bag trailer. It's in my it's right here. I wrote it down. It's in my bass log. I read it on a live stream. I captured the day and I wrote it down. And to me, I still love doing that.
Yeah. But like, that's what I used to nerd out on. Like, I still
nerd out. TK, you might not anymore, but I do.
No, I still do. I just don't go fishing.
All right.
But like, I still paint stuff and build stuff for myself.
I love it.
For the chance that I might go fishing.
That's the magic of anticipation. That's the magic of imagination. That's the magic of creation. That's the magic of hope. That's the magic of visioning. That's the magic of not knowing. That's the magic of grinding. That's the magic of failure. That's the magic of it didn't work. Let me do a little tweak. That, to me, that's the magic of it all. That's just a personal statement. That's not a knock on somebody who machine fishes and is totally into live scope and wants to go out and throw minnow. I don't care. Have at it. Don't want to do it. I don't make an apology for it, but I'm not down on them. It's just not me.
Yeah.
So I want to talk to the people that identify with bait hacking, custom garage craft guys, the finer details of the hook, the line, the rod, the reel, the action of the bait, a color that might give them confidence, and get out there and go do it. I love that. That's what I'm about. You know what I mean? Yeah, I am, Kyle. Anyway.
Legit.
That's damn, dude, still catches them, man. We just stopped throwing them, right? I mean, nothing like a Johnson spoon coming through the water and watching a big ass bass inhale it.
But I think now, I guess it's I don't know, it's like nostalgia. Like, there's a lot of bait from my childhood that like I would buy and maybe I didn't understand.
Yeah.
And I go back now and I'm like, I just want to go and catch fish on some of this shit that like maybe I wasn't good enough at the time, or I didn't know enough about like how the bait should be worked to like understand it, and it got thrown in the back of the tackle box and you never threw it again because there's something very I don't even know what the word would be to describe it, but when you buy a bait and you go out there and fish it, if you don't get bit in the first 10 minutes of throwing that bait, that bait is then poo-pooed in your mental tackle box. And sometimes you get lucky and you go and you're excited about a bait and you buy it and you tie it on and you throw it and you hit the nail on the head and they're like eating it that day.
Yep.
But there's been so many great baits that you buy and you go out there and you fish them, and just because it's like you just didn't get lucky and throw it at the right time, and a lot of good baits have gotten written off because you just didn't catch lightning in the bottle that first trip.
It's very interesting. I forced myself to stay with that glide. It was a smaller one. I didn't need a big rod, right? Throwing it on 17-pound test. And I feel like I've dialed in my hooks because I literally odyssey with strike to catch ratio. And I think that's typical, maybe a glide bait fishing. But I feel like I've dialed in my rat hooks and the glide bait hooks, and they're the same hook, by the way, VMC hybrid. That is when it's funny, and I learned it because I was trying it. And as I was putting the hooks on the glide and the rat, if the point touched my hand, anywhere on my hand or my finger, and I turned my hand or finger, it wanted to drive in. That did not happen with other hooks. That would catch me, but it was easy for me to pull it out. But if I moved my hand in any way, wrenched it fast, that hook wanted to drive and hold. There's something about that configuration that I'm really, really liking. And my strike to catch ratio has gone way up. I mean, like doubled. Anyway, but I learned the bait. Because I forced myself after 4.5 miles of walking that day. I don't even know how many times I cast the bait, but a lot. And, I'm playing with different real movements and micro movements and max movements. And could I burn it? And how can I stop it? Can I turn it around? I'm fishing grass edges to pads to rock to, parallel on the bank, anything I could get to, and throwing it on a shorter rod. And pretty cool, man. Pitching it, short pitching it. Learned a lot. So tip of the day, if you really want to learn a bait, only fish that bait for a day. That's not a new tip, but anyway, there you go.
Yeah, sir. That's the good thing about pond fishing. Like, I don't think pond fishing gets enough respect, but you can get immediate interaction, like, with a lot of different baits, and you can just learn so much just cycling through stuff and walking down the bank. And you can, like, whereas if you're trying to break down an entire lake in a boat, like, you've got to be pretty confident in what you're doing.
Like cranking season's coming up for me on the Potomac and Upper Bay, right? And there is a little shad pattern that emerges, right? The fish really switch. They get focused on bait. They get focused on feeding hard. And I love flat side cranking. I do it with a spinning rod or I do it with a bait caster, depending on what I'm throwing. Burns' baits are a little more dense, solid balsa. And so they throw really, really nice. But if I'm throwing a shad wrap, I'm throwing on a spinning rod. But if you'll just keep that crankbait in your hand and that water temperature is at a certain, number, and you got a little bit of wind and sun, you could really go out and have a fun day. And, they might be on the drop or they might move up onto the flat to feed hard. They could be in the dirt or, depends on how cold it is when you go, because it starts to get colder as October moves into November. But that crankbait bite stays solid. When it starts, it keeps going. And you just got to slow your presentation down. But you can really, really, if you've never thrown a crank or you want to get into cranking, fall is flat side season. Not to say you can't catch them on a square bill or a round bait, whatever. I'm talking about Maryland fishing when that water temp gets sub 60. It's a blast. It's one of my favorite times of the year because everybody's in the woods hunting and not a lot of boats, not a lot of pressure, and the fish are biting. So
that's the awesome thing about being in Alabama is there's so many Alabama and Auburn football fans.
Yeah.
And deer hunters.
Yeah.
Bass fishing is.
Yeah.
You go do whatever you want. Go anywhere.
No doubt, man. Brian, for sure, man. Bomber flat A, copper perch. Hell yeah, man. And hella bass. It's always the season for cranking hogs. I can't argue the point, man, because I have a crankbait in my hand from the start of the season all the way through the summer. I'm burning a super shallow crankbait somewhere. Yeah, man. And it just continues. But for sure. Hell yeah. Hella, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. What's going to be in your hands in Alabama in the fall, TK, if you get a chance to go crank it as a crankbait bite? Start to heat up a little bit for you in October, November, or is it just all year long? And are you still going to be cranking in October, November if you go fishing?
It's hard. I mean, I wouldn't say it's hard. It depends on which part of the Delta you go to, because the lower end is all brackish with marsh, grass.
No, let's say you get to go to your favorite place in Alabama, which is
if I was going to my favorite place in Alabama,
is it Miller's?
Miller's Ferry,
yeah, still Miller's. All right, so what's without giving up any TK secrets,
if I'm going when,
pick the time for cranking in the fall. Is there a crankbait bite at Miller's Ferry in the fall? Is my question.
Yeah, but
'Cause if
there's other things. There's other things that are better.
Okay. All right. Skip it. All right. That's fine.
But
all right.
you could. I feel like
you
once
want
it
to talk
gets
about that?
the magic day is typically around Thanksgiving.
How about that? That's nice.
That's when the spotted bass start to get a little foolish.
Oh, I like that. They're nasty.
Yeah, because it what happens is it's when it starts typically getting a little like actually cold.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got all these shad that's in the back of these pockets.
Yeah.
And the way our pockets work is they're basically just flats off the river channel.
Yeah.
So all those shad get up in there this time of year and into September and October, and they start coming out once it starts cooling off. And all they have to do is come off of those flats and onto those river ledges. And those fish just sit out there and wait for them to come off. And you find any big flat like that falls off into the river, and there's just like an infinite line of spotted bass just sitting there with their mouths open.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. How big are these spots? Up to 3, 4?
Yeah, 3 to 4 pound average schools.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
So that's where that's like those fish I caught a lot on that sinking DT6.
Well, I had a sinking DT6 story for you too, man. Yeah, I mean,
there was something weird about
it works. The message is don't sleep on a sinking crankbait. You might get snagged up more, but I'll tell you what.
Yeah,
there's something about a bait that sinks and stays down and doesn't rise up that there's a little magic in it.
There was a day around the Thanksgiving time that my fishing partner Jody.
Would they eat this one down there, TK? The Suddeth little Earl?
No, because you can't throw it far enough.
Oh, I can on a spinning rod. I would love
to catch it.
Dude, for sure.
It takes too long.
What do you mean? It sinks.
Yeah, but they're not biting infinitely where you can just sit there and you gotta like catch them and get them in, and you don't like.
Oh no, I don't care. I don't care if you caught 3 to my 1. I want to catch a 3 or 4 pound spot on a spinner rod because they're stupid. They're stupid.
I mean,
strong.
You could certainly do that, but you could catch 5 on a bait caster a lot faster.
That's fair, man. Damn, why you got to run them off parade, bro? It's my experience, not yours.
You're just trying to get them into the boat before they quit.
No, I want to feel that. Do they jump for you in November? Oh yeah, dude. I want to see them rocket up out, man. I've got a
video that I filmed on like a toaster oven back in the day that is like, I don't even know how bad the pixels are, but
Matthew Weimer says I'm definitely stage 4, which is terminal, by the way. And terminal means, did you see that one guy's post? He's like stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4. It's one of the best things I think I've seen. What is that guy's name? I sent that around. Matthew, what's that guy's name on Instagram that talks about the stages of a fisherman? Oddly enough, he's fly fishing that day, but there's a guy on the front of the boat, and it is perfect, man. Yeah, I'm terminal for sure. I know a lot of terminal guys, stage 4. TK, I sent it to you. You don't remember what I'm talking about? It's so good. I wish I could share my screen and play it because it's so good. It's recent. I must have sent it. I know I would have sent it to you. I gotta look now.
But yeah, I also get messages from the Bass Lab, and I get them from you. So I have 2 pools to swim in.
Oh, I gotcha.
So did it come from the Bass Lab or did it come from Eric Official?
Man, Matthew, come on, dude. If that's what you're referring to.
You sent me some RL Burnside. That was good.
Oh, yeah, that was good, wasn't it?
I like that tuna bite.
Oh, God, that was crazy. All right, I got to find this. This is going to bug me. Matthew, did I send it to you or did you send it to me? I sent it to a bunch of people. Oh, yeah, Matthew might have sent it to me a few weeks prior to when I sent it to him. And he's like, hey, dude, I sent that to you 2 weeks ago. Hold on. I'm going to try to play it. Hey, Matthew Weimer. Where you at? I just saw you, dude. There he is. All right. This is going to bug me. All right. That's from Epic Eric. Must have sent it from the Bass Lab. You're right, TK. I can't even find it myself because I've got the, 2 profiles. That's ridiculous. Why do you even need that, TK? Hold on.
Eric, did you ever catch any bass on baby bass colored stuff?
I don't throw it.
I mean, when you were a kid.
I don't even think I threw it when I was a kid.
You didn't even have a popar, baby bass popar?
Man, if I was throwing a popar, it's probably like the Tennessee shad.
What?
I should have been throwing the baby bass, I guess. Damn, dude. I was like, I didn't have a bass fishing coach in my.
No, but
Bassmaster was my bass fishing coach, bro.
I feel like I don't know anybody that walked through a tackle shop and could resist the power of a baby bass popar on the shelf.
All right, here we go. Yeah, this is it. I'm gonna try to play it. I don't know if this is gonna work. I guess it would. All right, you guys ready? I'm gonna hold my phone up as I play it. Hopefully, I'm gonna go full screen for a second, TK. Okay.
Go for it.
All right, here we go. Tell me if you guys can hear the volume. I hope this works. All right.
A wise old fisherman once told me that, he said, son, there's 4 stages to the fisherman's life. At stage 1, you want to catch a fish. And stage 2 fisherman wants to catch a whole bunch of fish. And a stage 3 fisherman, like Danger Stan up here, I'm presuming, wants to catch a big fish. I'm number 3. And a stage 4 terminal fisherman wants to catch a big fish on what they want to throw, which would be something like that, on a 10-aught hook. And oftentimes I show up at the river feeling like a stage 4 fisherman. And it wouldn't take me 30, 40 minutes of not getting a sniff to turn into a stage 2 fisherman. I want to catch a lot of fish. And all of a sudden I'm having trouble catching a bluegill on my dropper, and I'm a full-fledged stage 1 fisherman all over again. I just want to fight. Remember, when your fin stinks, fish on. Wise old fisherman told me that. He said, son, there's 4 stages.
That's pretty good, right?
Circle of life.
Right. Stage 4, your terminal, man. And then you get a bite in an hour and you're right back to stage 1.
That's how I fish now. That's how I fished for a very long time. Like, I get it in my mind that I'm gonna go do something.
Yeah.
I enjoy doing that more than I do just running around digging through my tackle box.
Yeah, I think that's pretty damn good, man. I think that's pretty. There's a lot of stage 4 terminal guys that I fish with that just will refuse to throw a weenie worm because you are stage 4 terminal in a bad, very bad way.
It's from watching Brower, dude.
You don't have a spinning rod.
No, I have one.
Have you ever thrown it?
I've caught redfish on it.
Tell us now whether you've ever thrown a weenie worm and caught a bass on it.
I have.
Oh, all right then. I stand corrected. How many times?
A handful. My problem with the weenie worm was when it was like Fred Bland and all of him, it was like gaining. It was like the underground fish catcher where it's just starting to come out. That's what was bass kryptonite.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, I'll try these things. And the guys on the bass fishing homepage, I guess it was Ryan Coleman, used to get on there and he used to hawk the spot sticker shaky head and had a red hook. And I ordered a pack of those, and that was the funny thing back then is you thought you had to have some special jig head to make a shaky head, and all it was fucking jig head. And but I got duped into thinking I needed this special jig head, and I went through it. And the first fish, there was this little beaver dam on the riverbank, And I went and threw my little shaky head out there. I think I was throwing a red core finesse worm or something. And I threw it out there and got bit, set the hook. Spotted bass. Ran out in front of the boat, pulled loose, got my spot sticker back, and the hook had
bent out.
And I was like, these pieces of shit, threw them in the lake. I mean, I recycled them, excuse me. Then I was like, you know what? I'll give this thing another shot.
Yeah.
And I felt like I didn't get bit fast enough to make me think I was doing anything better than what I would have been doing without it.
Right.
And when I would get a bite, it was a little peckerhead. So I didn't see any benefit. Like, I'm just catching a handful of dinks. They're not biting it as soon as it hits the water. Like, I still have to like fish it. I could get a bigger bite doing something else.
Mm-hmm.
But there was people that made tons of money down here. Just love shaking their fishing. And I never could make it work for me. It wasn't in my DNA.
Well, I mean, I think it makes sense. If it ain't your DNA, don't do it. There's guys that don't want to crank. There's guys that, just have never cranked hard. So, I mean, that's who they are. Or
I think that's what made like
swam a jig,
Yeah, that's what made everybody the cool thing about like when I got into tournament fishing is everybody had a personality, like a fishing personality. And like, like you'd see old Robert over there, and everybody knows that he like doesn't throw anything but a buzzbait. And like then you've got this dude over here, and all he does is throw, a spinnerbait and swim a jig. And like everybody had their little specialties, and like sometimes the spinnerbait guy would beat up on the cranker.
Sure.
And then the crankbait and the spinnerbait guy would get their ass kicked by the jig flipper. And like it was always like a back and forth between the like speed guys and the slow guys.
Yeah, right. Still is.
It is. It was like it was this dance that you did in these big tournaments where you would see like. Yeah,
it's kind of cool. What their strengths are and trying to figure it out. Did they sneakily pull out a crankbait and get a good bite on? Unbeknownst to the team.
I mean, there's that video of Denny Brower in the elites when I think they were on the Alabama River, and he pulls out the Strike King 4S, and a 4-pounder jumps off beside the boat, and he slaps it on the water. And I'm thinking, what you get for throwing a damn crankbait, Denny? Like, put that shit down.
Wait, he threw the 4S, the big wide wildling one?
Yeah.
Nah, man, that's a bait not many people talk about. It's a big bait.
Dude, when I would watch those tournaments.
Did he change out his hooks, or do you think he used the shitty hooks on that?
No, it's probably the same shitty hooks. He didn't change them.
Exactly. He ain't no cranker. I mean, I would say, Danny, dude, come on, man. At least you got to put some good hooks on it.
But
put some fresh gammies on it. You landed them, In
that day and time, like I was a Denny Brower super fan.
Yeah.
When you're watching a tournament and Denny is not pitching a jig, you're like eyes bug out of your head, and it's like, holy shit, what is he doing?
Now you're really watching.
Now you really watch. You're like, dude, this guy's throwing a crankbait.
I like it. I missed that.
I bet that sold a lot of 4S's too, because like if it's good enough for the guy that never throws a crankbait, it must be pretty decent.
Didn't KVD win a tournament on the 4S? I can't remember. I think he did. He had a hell of a tournament on a crankbait, shallow water cranking.
It would have had to have been pre 1.5.
I think it was. I have to go back and find that tournament. He won a lot, so it's hard to remember which one it was. I can see it in my mind where he was getting the bites and throwing it, and I feel like he won that tournament. Man,
I'm trying to think. I'm like all like stuff like that doesn't stick out in my mind. Like the tournament where I saw Van Dam throw the spinnerbait with living rubber or the flat rubber.
Wasn't that the classic?
No, it's a different one. I forget where.
Was he at Beeswax Creek?
No.
He was cranking.
This was way earlier.
Yeah. Speaking of that,
think that that Diamond Eye Strike King era.
Oh my God, with living rubber.
Yeah.
By the way, I found a replacement for living rubber that I really like, and I think it's better than these old school skirts. Flat silicone, so it's flat. So if you need a skirt replacement, that's it right there. Those are available on the Bass Lab in some really cool old school colors. That on the back of a buzzbait, bros, do not sleep on black and yellow.
Here's a question, Eric. If you're rigging it on a buzzbait, do you rig it straight like it lays, or do you flip it and let it balloon and umbrella?
Because I throw a compact buzzbait, if I rig it backwards, it flares too much and gets caught in the blade. So I got to go straight.
Yeah, a lot of the old schools are straight out.
Yep, straight out. But if I'm throwing a spinnerbait, I'm reversing it. I'm gonna reverse that thing.
Did y'all have hydrilla gorillas?
I know the bait, but I know they didn't sell them up here. Do you have a hydrilla gorilla?
Yeah.
The one we had that was sold locally down in the Carolinas was like the chatterbuzz.
That's the damn sauce down here earlier in the year.
Yeah, bro.
Man, I can't wait to go through that. Maybe this spring I might actually get to
throw a little thumper around, compact river spinnerbait with a red kicker blade. Fuck yeah, dude. Now we're talking. Is there anything better to slow roll and bite? Oh my gosh. Maybe you don't got a slow roll, but I do. That's what I'm talking about. How about this color, TK? Hold on. Let me see if I got one out. Might have to go grab one. Oh man. Where is it at? I gotta go get one because I wanna get your opinion on it. It's old school.
What is it?
I'll show you. I want to see if you've ever seen it or thrown it. Since you're a fan.
Chicken legs. Are they? Spring on Logan Martin after a heavy flood rain when that current is rolling. Spinner bait will kill, man. I miss. Dude, there was like M. Jones. I feel like there was such a, to me, Logan Martin was the ultimate lake. Like there was so much mystique around Logan Martin to where like even the locals, it puzzled them. You know what I mean?
Ready, TK? All right, there's your chartreuse and white old school skirt from the Bass Lab, right? The replacement skirts. I sell those on the Bass Lab. This is my lime truce one with a little bit of yellow. Can you see the yellow in there? It talks bluegill to me, man. Talks bluegill. That's a lime truce, man. Love it. And I got another one for you. Don't sleep on that one. Got the yellow, but that lime green.
The lime green's on the outside, so you see it more.
Yeah, and if you flip it, it kind of goes on. It just depends on how you want to fish it, right? So if you reverse the skirt, you got more of a chartreuse effect. Hold on, let me hold it up. And you got the lime green on the inside with white and yellow.
Sexy.
See? Sexy as.
Let me tell you what else would be sexy AF.
Talk to me.
You take that little prior number, the lime coach dog, you tie that on your crankbait rod, then you have a spinnerbait with that tied on next to it.
Hold on.
Matchy.
Hold on, bud. Let's consume that for a second.
That's all the kind of shit I'm into.
Yeah, me too, bro, because there.
Like you.
Time out. It's got to be shown.
See?
Dude, Pryor, I got to send one to Pryor. Hold on. Let me see something, man.
See, this is the kind of shit I do. And then you have this laid out on your deck, and guys walk by your deck of your boat, and they see that shit laid out in the morning. They're like, I'm fucked. This guy is dialed. And then their dick shoot out of their pants.
You're gonna die. Hold on, man. Hold on. I'm gonna make you happy.
I might have one of these. Oh, I can't show it.
Yep, you can't.
I need some Snagless Sally aficionados to tell me when this color is good, because I've never been able to get bit on it, but it looks sexy.
TK, do you want the skirt reversed or straight?
Reversed.
All right, give me 1 second, please. Hold, please.
If we're going for sex appeal.
we're going for sex appeal. We're about to make you very happy because this is the Prior spinnerbait. How about that? This is an ace in the hole custom spinnerbait. Now, it doesn't have your Colorado, but it does have the kicker. And this, he builds a fine ass spinnerbait, by the way. All right, here we go. Here we go. Just for TK Stanley.
Oh,
Prior on Prior.
Now we're talking, dude.
Now we're talking. Ace of the hole. Ace of the hole. That's sexy. Come on, dude.
You walk by the deck of the boat and you see the guy that's got those two rods out, and you think,
look at that, man. You just like, he's dialed, man. That's
like,
right.
my shit is trash.
Damn, dude. That's hot. That's hot right there. I'm going to send a picture to Prior. I'm like, Prior, look at you, man. I got the skirt that matches your crankbait, and TK told me to do it. Man, that's nice.
See, that's the kind of stuff that brings me joy. I don't care if I don't catch a fish on any of that shit. But like driving my boat and looking up across the deck and seeing just straight nudies.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah,
this is good.
Yeah. I mean, maybe you throw a buzzbait in the mix too, and then you're just like, it's over.
I mean,
yeah.
Yeah, neon green blade, you do. Green blade.
We can make that happen.
I've tried to force stuff like that before, to where you just want to get like so matchy. It's like, I've never caught shit on a green blade, but this shit look like it fits the part.
Right.
I've tried to force blue blades a lot.
Really?
I've got bit on blue blades. I've got one spinnerbait over there that's ugly as shit, but I've caught.
I'm gonna tip a hat to old Ned Katie, and I'm gonna go back to that seafoam green blue that old Ed put on the top of his crankbait.
Mm-hmm.
Ned likes to throw like a robin's egg blue Ned head. It's become one of his favorites. He says it because it matches the cheek, the bluegill cheek. It's got that iridescent blue. Have you ever been able to match that color?
Yeah, it's easy. Everybody screws it up.
The tail of the bluegill is like that color, and their cheek has that color, and it's iridescent, right?
Mm-hmm.
I had a nail polish at one point that I thought was a perfect match, but I've never seen it on a crankbait good. Have you? I want that color on a crankbait. I want to see if it works. I feel like it should.
I used to do some 1.5s with it on the tail, but most manufacturers have always, I don't know anybody that's ever done it right. Even in soft plastics, they've screwed it up.
I've never seen it.
No.
Yeah. Anyway, very cool, man.
Brian likes the lime green blade on tidal water.
That
is that a specific time of year, or just would you throw it the same time you would throw like a red one? Just something different. Painted blades really interest me.
Me too.
Because I don't feel like I've ever been given a good answer as to where and why. So I always just kind of would have two baits tied on and keep one with a painted blade on just for shits and grins.
He's like all year long in muddy water, TK.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
It's always muddy here, so
there it is.
There you go.
I'm looking up there to see on my spinnerbait blue box if I have a lime green blade. I probably do. Let's see. I don't know, TK. Let's see if we can pull one out that makes you feel sexy.
Dude, that was my favorite thing on earth to do. Was before a tournament, like a couple nights before a tournament or practice or whatever. You've been daydreaming all week, all month, whatever.
Yeah. You're customizing something.
Yeah, you just go through and you make all your jigs you think you want to throw, and you put one strand of fucking whatever that makes no difference. You know what I mean? But I would spend hours.
That makes no difference.
No, it doesn't.
It might.
I mean,
in your head it does because you're fishing it harder. It ain't in that box. I got one more. Where is it? I know I got a lime green blade around here somewhere. I won't search too long, but I swear I thought I was gonna put my hands on it right quick, but I can't. I can't. Oh, maybe it's hanging up.
This one's seen some abuse.
Which one?
This JP was talking about painted blades on the back. This one's getting a little chewed, getting a little chewy.
There you go. That's probably the inspiration for that replication of the old school skirt I just showed you. That SOB. That's that lime green, bud. Lime green.
You know what color spinnerbait I could never get bit on?
What's that?
Ken Cook used to throw it, and he was the spinnerbait guru. You know him and
he was
Jimmy Houston.
Yep.
He used to throw a blue chartreuse and white with like a little firecracker in there, and
firecracker what? Like grub?
No, inside the skirt it had like some firecrackery looking skirt material in it, and a little blue and chartreuse and white, and I never could get bit on that skirt. And he used to always, in all the magazines and TV shows, he'd always talk about that was his favorite color, and I never could get.
That's very interesting. Blue, chartreuse, and white. That's a river. It's a really good river color for me. I don't remember hearing about the firecracker flavor accent from Jimmy Houston, but I wasn't paying attention, I guess. Interesting. Yeah, but blue, chartreuse, and white for sure. Still today, I'll make up skirts like that especially on, like, I don't know. I think it speaks to them.
Yeah, it's funny. You know, I'm obviously a color guy, and I've like when Sexy Shad got popular.
Oh yeah,
like when it blew up, the first thing my mind went to is what else can I make Sexy Shad that's not a hard bait? So I get on fishingskirts.com, and I'm like trying to match Sexy Shad in skirt material. So I find some shit that's pretty close, and I order the stuff, and I get in there and I have a tournament like on the Coosa, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna make a Sexy Shad spinnerbait, and I take like 2 strands of yellow to make the bar, and get really like takes forever.
You're getting technical. Yeah,
getting very technical, dude. I blistered their ass on that thing.
See,
and I was like, yeah,
color does matter.
I have cracked the damn code.
Color does matter. And then,
I mean, you probably could go swim a Sexy Shad swim jig on the Coosa right now, and you wouldn't get a bite for 3 months. But at the time, it just
changed because they
I don't think that bite exists like it used to.
You think they just? Oh, okay, gotcha. It just went away. I'm going to show spinnerbait. I want to see if anybody can figure it out. I'm going to show you first one that doesn't. Yeah, damn it. I'm just going to hold it up. I'm not going to hold it up close. TK, did you ever throw that spinnerbait? The head probably will beguile you.
The Excalibur counter rotator.
It is, bud.
Yeah.
So I'm with Pete Luzik, right? Pulls one of these out. He takes the skirt off and he puts his favorite color skirt on, right? I won't give away what his favorite. This is one of my favorite colors. He had a different one. He throws the skirt on, and I promise you, first catch, he catches a 4-pounder. And I'm like, that's ridiculous. He goes, man, there's something. Has anybody ever recreated that? Like, you guys see what we're talking about, right? This is let me flip it over. The hole is not centered where they drilled it, and so this thing pulls like a Colorado. And TK, did you ever have any that had the
tape,
the holographic tape?
I have some now that I throw. Let's see if I can find one. It might be.
And that hook is, man, you could sharpen that hook too, which I love. Yeah, anyway, anybody still throw the Excalibur with the counter rotating blades? Because boy, they pulled hard. Here's another one I upgraded this.
Yeah, that's a bigger version of the Lucky Craft blade.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Wonder who came first.
Man, I gotta believe the Excalibur.
You think Lucky Craft jacked the Excalibur design?
I think they got the idea of getting the thump of a Colorado with the flash of a willow from them. I mean, because that's maybe not a true willow. So if we look at John's blade, that's true willow. This is fatter. This is almost reverse teardrop, which mirrors the Super Eruption blade, which is one of my favorite spinner baits because it's got that reverse teardrop, so it spins a little wider.
Slim down Indiana turned backwards.
Yes, they call it a reverse teardrop. I think that's a good way to describe it, but you're right. Anyway, interesting, man.
Did you ever throw a Trickster?
The Trickster,
the Rick Clunn Lucky Strike one.
Oh yeah, I bought a few. The first ones, I don't know. The original ones were made well, but then the newer ones sucked, and then they remade it with the old canoe paddle blades or whatever they called them, paddle blades.
Yeah,
he sure did catch some big ones down when he won right in Florida. It's a big bait.
Yeah, I never could get behind. Didn't they have a weird front blade?
Yeah, I think so.
I could never get behind. Like, to me, there's two blades that belong on the leading arm of a spinnerbait.
Yeah,
a willow or a Colorado. When you start putting like Indianas and like weird shaped shit on the front, I start getting twitchy.
Yeah, Lee has a great question. What hook sharpener do you use to sharpen hooks? I've had ceramic, diamond files, and regular just old hook hones. I think they all have a place if you really want a super fine point. A ceramic, you can buy them in fly shops. They probably still sell them, but diamond files. There's one that like looks like a nail file, and it's a diamond file. Carry it with me in the salt and in my bag, man. And it's a great little hook hone on the go. Because I don't have a lot of space. Not like I could take out a sharpening stone.
It was a diamond file and it was red.
It has a little red plastic on the end.
No, it was square and it was flat and it would flip over and it was like a keychain.
Oh no,
I've got it in my truck.
That's pretty cool.
But that was one a guy showed me. I was fishing with him on Old Hickory outside of Nashville.
Yeah.
And
the Roland Martin one, Martin had a big bass spinnerbait. But go ahead, keep going with the hook sharpener. I'm gonna
see he had a blue fox.
Blue fox, that was the make. That's right. That's right. Blue fox. I used to have that hook sharpener hanging up right there. Where did it go?
Tornado.
I done lost it.
Here's the Tornado.
You got it.
Yeah, it's right there.
Let's see. Oh yeah.
I think these were gurglers, like topwaters.
Look at the size of that blade.
There was different places you could tie on this spinnerbait to make it do different stuff.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's a weird blade.
This is an interesting blade made by Depths. And it's got a real particular curve at the base of, look at this, TK. Look at how they bent the willow at the base of it by the swivel.
That is weird. It's like the opposite of a Terminator.
Yeah.
Dude, the Terminator blades are the sexiest blade ever been built.
Really?
I think so. The willow leaf.
Did it catch him?
Yeah.
Why don't they bring it back?
I don't know that it caught him better than a regular willow, but it sure looked sexy as hell.
Looked cool. Yeah, looks are important. Gives you confidence to throw it, right?
Yep.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, man's. Oh, speaking of, I pulled this one out tonight.
Let's see it.
If somebody can prove to me they caught a bass on this, I'll shake their hand.
The vampire? No, what was it called?
It was the vampire.
Yeah, it was the vampire. That spins pretty nice,
vampire
TK.
spinnerbait.
I mean, have you spent any time with it? You need to put one of these skirts on and just go to work, bro.
No, I couldn't. Like I wasn't, because my bass and budget as a kid was not strong.
With the old Zoom twin tail trailer, bro. What's your favorite spinnerbait trailer, bro?
That is the only trailer.
Mm-hmm.
But my bass and budget was not large as a kid. So when I walked into the tackle store to pick up a bandit and a spinnerbait, I wasn't going to blow my wad on this thing, but it always intrigued me. But I wasn't even as a young a young buck, bassin buck. I wasn't drinking the Kool-Aid of the novelty baits.
What was that man's spinnerbait that had the broken blade? What the hell was that thing called?
Oh, was it like
with the rings that? What was it called?
It was like the Eliminator or something. It had
mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was like a big Indiana, and it had rings on
rings
them.
That yeah. Was it supposed
Pulsator?
to the undulator?
Undulator, that's it.
That's it. Yep. Crazy, man. The undulator. Chris Flay got it too.
Oh, I got another weird one for you.
What do you got?
If you like old goofy ass baits.
I mean, that's what we're talking about. What's your guys' goofiest bait you ever bought that didn't work that you were excited about and you got sucked in? What do you got there, TK? Let's see it. Looks like a freaking leech, but not.
You don't remember these?
I know, man. Is that a?
Let's open them up. Let's crack the seal for the first time in 40 years.
40 years. Is it Northland?
Mr. Twister.
Oh shit. Lunker Hunt Dragonfly, man, that's right. Z-Man Hellraiser, good one. Dancing Eel and Dancing Craws. That looks pretty damn good, dude.
Pretty innovative hook.
Very.
But look how thin it is. Like,
oh man, it's gonna bend out instantly.
Oh yeah, but it's got the hole in the bait, and you put it through the bait, and it's supposed to go up and down
like that. Yeah, the hydrodynamics of it all.
That's right.
Have you ever thrown it?
Rod thumping action.
Yeah, take it out to the lake and show.
I had to have it when I read that. Listen to this, dude. It says, feel the vibration all the way to your rod tip.
Come on, man. No
Cone-shaped head for weedless presentation.
Yep.
Full pulsating body action. Rod thumping action.
Damn, dude.
Mr. Twister introduces a jig and soft plastic design whose action is superior than any other on the market. Years of design research and testing have finally produced a lure with the action built in to the whole lure, not just the tail.
Wow.
So, I think you should do a smallmouth.
Oh, yeah.
Experiment on these things.
I think that I would lose the first one, but I would try with a really soft rod and just keep reeling.
I think you have a
lot of drag.
I think you could use an updated jig head.
You could.
Because like back then you could.
Wouldn't that work on a slider head?
Does it have that bend in it?
Well, I can't really see the bend with the plastic on it, but like.
Oh, it's got like a Texas rig.
Like bend. This?
Yes, that's it, dude. Look.
Yeah. Well, this is the EWG. Yeah, that would work. Old slider head.
I wonder if it'd fit.
Well, I mean, I could just use the regular Ultra for sure. Why not?
Well, I bought these.
Well, let's just go right to the panic box and see if we got a jig head because I'm sure
I bought
there's a
these
slider
to use
in
in the chatterbait trailer.
Oh, nice.
I was gonna try and rig it to where it would undulate but also vibrate side to side.
Imagine that. There happens to be one slider head in here.
What do you call that, Eric?
What?
Dual action.
Dual action. Secondary dual.
Secondary action. Yeah.
Secondary action.
The chatterbait would be going to side, and then the wavy tail Mr. Twister would be going up and down.
Undulation. I mean, is that deep enough to like? I think a slider head would work, bro.
I think you're right.
I think it would. I'll throw it on that slider head in shallow water and get me a big old smallie. It was in the panic box, by the way. Come on. That's fish. Anybody ever throw those pre-rigged 3-hook? They're bent and they corkscrew the water.
I bypassed those as a kid.
I didn't. I threw the jelly worm based off of Bassmaster magazine article. Swivel, barrel swivel, 8 to 12 inches up the line. Man's weightless, just with a hook. And I would put a kink in the worm, and that dude would corkscrew the water. Man, I remember bass following that thing and eating it in gin clear water, grape or blue.
Let me see if I got these. Let me see if I got these baits. 1 second here.
Man's jelly worm. Who did that as a kid? Anybody? That's what I want to know. What's the craziest bait you guys ever threw when you were a kid? Or still today that nobody else is throwing? That's what I want to know. Come on. Give up some secrets, everybody. Let's hear it. What do you got? Chris Flay. Chris Flay, the turtleback blade, for sure. Right. I'm a big turtle. Oh, Bud. You're gonna make me get out my Bass Boss tackle box?
I thought they were in here. Oh, here's my first hard bait I ever owned.
What was it? A mirror lure? Oh, Rapala, man, jointed.
I should probably take that out,
dude. I think you should. I smashed him on Rapalas. And here's a cadence story, TK.
Cadence?
So, yep, this is all about cadence and the bass wanting a certain cadence on a Rapala minnow. I think I read a Bassmaster article. I was throwing a floating, not jointed Rapala, and I would either throw the gold in black back or the silver. I would throw the gold on cloudy days, silver on sunny days. And I was probably throwing it on 8-pound test on a spinning rod. And there was a farm pond. I used to sneak on. And so you didn't have much time to figure it out. They would always bite the Rapala. But one thing I learned was I would cast out, let it sit for a second, and then I would start my retrieve. Never a steady retrieve. I'd always impart jerk bait style action. Some days they wanted the craziest erratic jerky action that I could impart with a noodle rod. And other days it was very subtle. Not a lot of twitches, but I would always try to remember the cadence that I would get a bite on. And then I would repeat that cadence, and that worked for multiple catches. And you had to like really come close to it. So super finesse with the Rapala or really erratic. I mean, snapping it too. You know what I mean? It was just a lesson. One of the first lessons I learned in bass fishing, which was about depth, speed, and cadence. Depth, speed, and cadence.
And you still use that?
I still think about it all the time. When I'm cranking, anytime I'm winding a bait, depth, speed, and cadence.
Yep. I remember the first time I caught a fish on a stop and grow retrieve with a crankbait. It like blew my mind because you'd like heard so much about it, and like I never I caught more fish just winding a crankbait.
Yeah.
And then one day I was like, "Fuck it," and I just stopped it. Freight train.
That's so cool. Hey man, look, we got a winner. Not a winner, but somebody who says yes. Hella bass. We smashed on Bill's scented worms with 2 swivels in front of the leader, pre-rigged spinning worms. Hey, hella. JP Harrell threw the helicopter lure. Kyle Downey threw the flying lure. Doug Hanna had a great swimming worm. He also had a snake, the walking worm. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Hey man, the OG Rapala still slays big river brown trout. Gold number 13. That is the big one.
So I don't know if these people were
check out Brian. Let's look, check this out. Read this one.
Take a
floating Rapala.
Go to the front.
Line tie. Tie line to the tail. Come on, Brian. For real.
Take this one off, put it up here, reel it this way.
Yes. Now, Brian, you got to tell us, are you using the jointed one or the straight one? Non-jointed. I'm guessing jointed. That's pretty cool. Man's ghost. I'm glad you mentioned that. I think I got one. There it is. TK, a bait before it's time.
Oh, yeah.
Man's ghost. And I might have changed the hook on that. Did I put a real good frog hook in that? I did.
You probably put a number 4 owner in it because it was the only hook that would fit in those weird frogs. When's the last time you threw this color?
Which color? Oh, man,
motor oil.
Oh, snap, dude. It's been forever, embarrassingly so. But
I got these at Campbell Hardware for $3.99.
How about that?
I feel like they ripped me off.
Take one out. Let's see it. I want to see their old motor oil color.
Oh, dude, it's sexy.
Oh, yeah, that is sexy, dude.
Let's see it up. Let me put my...
Oh, yeah. Look at that. I like that Zoom motor oil too, man.
What a great color.
Mm-hmm.
This thing is bleeding chartreuse all over the place.
I see that. That's crazy, man.
Look, you just rub it on the plate.
Yeah.
And,
oh, yeah, look at that. Oh, man.
Motor oil.
Chris Flay wants to know, TK, what are your thoughts on braid split rings? If I had the patience to tie them, I would tie them on everything, but I don't.
I mean, in theory, I could probably get behind it, but in reality, I try and not have a fish on long enough that it would ever make a difference.
Yeah.
I'm not a fritzer where I like walk them around the boat 30 times once. And I'm typically a cover guy. So
oh, sorry, Gar, keep going. My fault.
If I hook a fish, my mission from that point is to get it in the boat as fast as possible.
This is Will Clute, his little Gajo Ned in motor oil. And I can tell you, JP Harold says motor oil is a sleeper color, clear water, it glows. In Will's tannic water, this thing glows like crazy and catches them still today.
Does it bleed chartreuse on your hand?
No, but I got a lot of oil, so that's just because these were probably I pulled them right off the rack. But dude, you can't appreciate it because I don't have any light shining through it. Let's see if I get my phone out and get it really greasy, because I want to show you how translucent it is. It does glow. Let's see if it works. There we go. Oh no, it's too much. There you go. You can kind of see it if I hold it to the side.
Oh yeah.
There you go. Now you're getting it right.
Mm-hmm.
Motor oil special, man. It truly is. I think there are staining colors out there that guys like bait companies don't want to make, TK. I don't know if you know this or not.
Yeah.
But they're like merthiolate and what's the other one?
They're bad for molds, apparently.
Bad for molds, and they stain their equipment, injection machines, the staining.
Chameleon is one.
That's the one I'm trying to think of. But there's two different types of chameleon. I wish somebody could help me crack the code. If there's any soft plastic makers out there listening, chameleon, Zoom's chameleon was a pink chameleon. Venom had a chameleon that was a purple chameleon. Like Zoom's chameleon was different than anybody else's chameleon, and I can't figure out the formula. Dude, I bought dyes. We were talking. We were trying to do a chameleon crankbait.
I did one.
Well, where is it? I did one too, but it didn't work. Good. I think I got it over here. This stream has gone off the rails. It's just basically a lot of talking and show and telling. So I hope you guys are enjoying it.
Might be in this box.
Man, I cannot find my sample, TK. I had it sitting on my little crazy bench, dude. You got to find yours now.
Huh?
You got to find yours. I can't find mine. Where'd I put it? Hey, you're doing the same thing. I'm digging through shit. Where's my chameleon crankbait? Can't find it, dude. Don't got it. Oh well.
It's around here somewhere.
Guess I have to paint another one. But I want to see yours again. Did you buy the dye?
Huh?
Did you buy the dye for chameleon? Yeah. Where'd you get yours? Lure Works?
Yep.
And it worked, and you were able to spray it. That's gonna bug me. I really want you to find that. Anyway, I hope you guys are finding this interesting. It's just a lot of chatter.
There it is.
Yeah. I'm looking at my drawers. I normally keep it close by. Oh, well.
So this color that you're seeing
Yeah.
is chameleon lure dye straight out of the bottle. So if you were to see it in person, it's got a brown
Base
to it, but it doesn't show through like it does on a worm. I could never make it shift like a worm. I don't know if they start with a different color base or what they do, but I did paint a brown back on it and put some little brown bars on the side to kind of make it a little more brown.
So let me ask you a question. When you put it in water, does it glow like the worm?
I could never see it.
And is it color changing? Why? Because in your test pond, is it tannic or what's going on in your water?
I don't know. I don't know that it would change in the water. It might turn fucking black. Who knows?
You need to send that thing up to Maryland if you ain't gonna throw it. It was me who wanted a chameleon crankbait, TK.
What?
It was me that wanted the chameleon crankbait.
Dude, I got some weird stuff in here I've forgotten about.
And you haven't even thrown it yet. What the hell?
Tell me what this is.
That's just wrong. Go ahead. Put it up there. We're show and tell. I got them. That's that little fishy or whatever it's called. The old Larry Nixon? No, it was Stacy King one on it.
Cotton Corridor made it.
The crazy fish. No,
The super shed.
That's it. Didn't Stacy King win a tournament or did he have a spinner on the back of his?
Yeah, it's supposed to have a spinner on it.
No, well, you got a defective one. See, I knew what it was.
I took all mine off so I could paint them. So I bought these for forward facing baits.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And I painted them like super detail nerd level minerals.
Oh man, what the hell? But yeah, you took the tail spinner off to paint it, but have you thrown it?
No, I don't even have a 2D graph on my boat. But if I did, I'd have some cool shit to throw. Doesn't
that thing do this? When you throw it, kind of the little slight wobble, and it had a Colorado blade on the back, but you could put a little small little.
I think the blade was the rudder that kept it centered.
Yeah. Is that supposed to be a schooling bait? He threw it over standing timber and won a tournament.
Yeah, that was one of those. That was one of those baits that he used to talk about. That was like his secret bait that he didn't want to get out.
Isn't that funny?
There you go. Here's what's in the secret tray over here.
The secret tray. Oh, I know that bait. I'm not going to talk about it. But
but look how sexy it is.
You did it bone, man. Who did it best? But I'm sorry, this is still sexier.
Sexier,
come on, dude. Name that color, TK.
That's 8.
I know you.
What is it? Grape 8.
Grape 8. Look at that's just crazy. There's a lot going on that thing. That's a bad little bitch, man.
I love that color.
Me too. Grape 8. I want to crankbait that color. Make me a grape 8 crankbait.
All right, 40 epic shads and grape 8 coming up.
Hey, did we ever get the answer on the Rapala?
What?
Did we ever whether it was the jointed or the straight Rapala?
I think it's the jointed one.
Okay. That would make sense to me. That makes sense to me. Yep.
Hella, is that an invitation?
Well, Hella just invited you again? I didn't get no invite. Damn, Hella. What the fuck?
Oh, I have a trivia. The campers can't answer. Oh, he didn't try the jointed. It was on the regular one. I have a campers are disallowed from answering this.
Okay.
But it's a name that bait.
Nice. I'm not really a camper because I don't join them, so I can answer. Oh, you already showed it to me, so I can't answer.
Name this popper.
Mm-hmm. I thought I had it too.
Not stock paint, obviously. It has been touched up.
Mm-hmm.
But
Anybody get it yet? TK?
oh no, it's a trick question.
It's tough when you paint it.
Don't
It's
even,
hot.
don't even waste your brain power, viewers.
You'll never get it.
It's
You'll
a trick
never
question.
get it. It's a trick question.
It's something I spent way too much time on for no reason other than vanity.
Anybody get it yet? Or you just took it off the stream and said, "Don't waste your time"?
I think I need to. I think I need to cancel Tacklecraft YouTube
And
rebrand as
two.
the Vanity Basser or Vain Anglers or something along those lines.
What are you trying to convey with the name change?
Because I want to know that it's not about what it's all
What
about.
works?
What makes you feel
Sexy.
Who gives a shit about anything else?
So where that saying, if it makes you feel sexy, came from Bill Kramer.
Bill Kramer,
one of the OG river rats on the Potomac River. So I've been fishing with Bill since I don't even know it, man. Probably. All right, let me think. I joined Registry Renaissance. I was at Thames & Company from 87 to 91. 93. I started fishing with Bill early 90s, so like almost 30 years. So Bill and I were we were out in the Potomac, and he always asked me to practice. I fished some derbies with Bill. We fished the Battle of the Border. We came in third. We should have won it. And by the way, TK, that bait you just showed, and I showed in Great Bait, that caught the first 411 of the tournament, first cast, and I caught it on that bait that I didn't use in practice.
That exact one.
Not the Great Bait, different color, black, because
Okay.
It was cloudy and a light drizzle. And Kramer told me the night before, because we had practiced and dialed in what we were going to bring. Galasso, don't bring anything crazy. And what did I do? I absolutely didn't. I didn't cast the first lure that we were catching them on. It was topwater bite, by the way. I threw that first cast. And then I caught another one on the next grass point on this grass edge. And he turned around. He goes, "What the fuck is that, Galasso? I told you not to bring anything crazy. You got another one?" I said, "Karen, I only brought one. You told me not to bring a bunch of crazy shit." He was
What body of water was this?
Potomac.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so
grass.
Oh, for sure. Oh, God,
that's what y'all start today fishing around. I'm trying to paint the picture in my mind.
Yeah, grass edge in a bay, right?
A young Epic Eric.
Yeah, this is the Battle of the Border. No, this was like 4 or 5 years ago, man. This is not young. This is.
Oh, I thought this was in the 90s.
No. But anyway, I've been fishing with Kramer for a while. And the point of the matter is, I'll practice with him sometimes for his tournament because he fishes with a regular partner named Kevin Zott. And so I'm back there, and I always want to try to contribute, like to help Kramer figure out the pattern. And like, "Kramer, what do you want me throwing behind you? Maybe I'll throw this." And he goes, "Galasso." He goes, "I don't know, man. If it makes you feel sexy, throw it."
Truer words have never been spoken, dude.
And there it is. Vanity Bassers, man. If it makes you feel sexy, throw it. I like it, man.
True. I was telling you about it with guitars. That they did a bunch of research on guitar players, and they found that if you don't like the color of your guitar, you're less likely to play it, and there you're less likely to practice, and you're less likely to be better at playing guitar. So
isn't that like the confidence thing? If you feel confident in a bait, you're going to throw it with passion. You're going to pay attention more because you know you're going to get bit.
Yeah, it's just feeling sexy, man.
Right? Exactly, feeling sexy, man.
We're talking. My other example is like, I don't know what it does, like the placebo effect of washing your car.
Mm-hmm.
But you go get your car detailed, get the inside vacuumed. That son of a bitch might have been clacking and clanking before you got it washed.
Oh yeah, man.
but when you get it clean, you feel like you just had your oil changed and like
Damn
it's
right,
like
man.
a new car.
That's right. Fresh line on a cranking rod, man. That's what I'm talking about,
good.
man.
That's
Fresh,
what I'm
baby.
about. It's feeling good.
I like it. That's what we all need to be about, man. No doubt. I dig it,
man.
man. I dig it. Well, what do you think, TK? Man, it's 11 o'clock here Eastern time. This has been a meandering stream, perfect for Smallmouth Crush because there's never an agenda. We just don't know where it's going to go. I really appreciate you joining, man.
You want to talk
Thank
about
you.
the pyramids?
No.
Oh,
Do you?
I
have no content to offer.
I didn't know if you wanted to derail.
Oh no, we're good, man. We're good.
Okay.
This is good. So somebody said get Frank, me and you on a stream one night. That would be good. We could just go bait crazy. Do you feel like just a little feedback, PK? Do you feel like when you like have an agenda and show notes and you're really like diving into one thread, you enjoy that show more either as a viewer or somebody who is a participant as a guest? Or do you like the meandering streams like you and I just wanted to talk fish and crankbait.
I obviously enjoy the meandering streams, but I also have 30 subscribers on my YouTube channel that prove that meandering streams are possibly not the best option.
And here's the odd part about that. You're a custom bait maker, but the majority of what you do is custom paint baits.
Mm-hmm.
And the funny part about it is if you tune into TK's YouTube channel, you'll get a little bit of that, but you'll get a lot about I don't know what. It's anything. It's whatever is on your mind.
Yeah, and it's being a fucking human.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is the goal of your YouTube show to get subscribers, or just for you to like chat with your homies?
Yeah, it's an outlet for me. It's an outlet for me to just talk to people.
Right.
See what's on everybody's mind. See what's on my mind. Just talk to people, because I feel like I would say Tacklecraft live whenever might be, I would go out on a limb and say, the most interactive, user-friendly live stream in existence.
Yeah, you do read the comments. You talk to people.
That's all I do. It's just
exactly
me talking to people, reading comments.
Well, no, dude. Sometimes you got a lot to say because you start out the stream with something on your mind.
Sometimes,
but it might not end that way.
I feel like I used to be a lot more edgy and had a lot more angst.
Is this the milder, more serene Tacklecraft that we got tonight?
I think I just got all the years of shit that pissed me off my chest.
Is anything grinding your gears these days?
Currently?
Yes.
Not particularly.
So nothing's grating your cheese. You're good.
Nah. I mean, I'm sure I'll get off of here and I'll rethink all this shit. And I'll be laying in bed trying to think what I should have said, and I'll come up with 30 things. Be like, oh, that really pisses me off.
So you are a thinker. You're in your head a lot.
To a fault.
For sure. But it's a strength and a weakness, because I've always told you that the beautiful mind of Tacklecraft, and when you start, not many people get to see this, because I don't know how much you talk about the things that you want to see made better or ideas you have for baits.
No, I never talk about it.
Right. So anybody that's tuned in, that's a camper, that watches his lives, you're not hearing it. But TK and I talk a lot offline, and I marvel at the guy's brain. He is dialed. My only wish for TK, for those of you still with us and watching, is that somehow he wins the lotto, can start Tacklecraft Industries and just upend everything. I think you'd be a disruptor. You know what you want, why you want it, why you're designing it that way. I just wish there was a source of funds to fund you as the architect of Tacklecraft.
Yeah, I don't know what that what that would look like, but I think it would be fun to
I know it would be fun. I feel like I know what it would look like. We're just waiting for the money.
That's right.
Yeah, we just need $1 million in seed money for TK. I'm not involved. I just want to hang out and watch.
We gotta bring the June bug to the masses.
Yeah, we already did that once, all 400 of them, or whatever it was.
It was a lot. It was a lot.
We never did another run. Maybe it was 440 of all the colors. The
I thought we
Clearwater
did
one,
another run. They were just like the watered down version without the epic on the side.
We did. I think we did. Yeah.
To pacify some people. That's
right. The people that missed the June bug run.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole concept of the June bug was I always wanted a worm series of crankbaits. TK, you had the idea before I did, unbeknownst to me, because I didn't know you then. But yeah, if June bug's good, white and red bug. I mean, Morning Dawn. Why isn't there a Morning Dawn swim jig? I made it. Damn it. Let's make it. Let's make the masses make it.
Motor oil.
Bring back motor oil.
I mean, I don't even know what motor oil actually is, but it's kind of orange.
I think there are different flavors of motor oil, and like those secret formulations are lost to the ether. Like, does somebody have Ed's formula? Does Ed make it the same? Do they use the same caustic chemicals? Like, if you look at marble makers in glass and how they got different colors in glass, they use some toxic shit. They can't use that anymore. Fluorescent paints are different today than they were back in the 70s. I'm certain of it. You hold an old Bagley under a black light, bro, from the 70s, don't glow like the new ones. Same color palette. Sorry. The old one in the 70s, you got a black light? I do. I've looked at it. Any magic there? I don't know. But these are the things I think about. It's what keeps me up at night.
I will say that some of even into the 90s Bagleys, like the Dominican made ones.
The
chartreuse was not a pigment.
What do you mean, PK?
It was a dye. So like I don't know, like this chartreuse is a pigmented chartreuse, like it's opaque.
Okay.
Well, some of the Bagleys to get the chartreuse was maybe like a combination of neon pigment, but it also had a neon dye in it. And you knew that because the dye would leach through the scales and it would leach through the black back on the chartreuse and black back baits.
Wow.
And it would turn the backs green. But they wouldn't look green, they would look black. But if you would like put them under water, or you would like look at them in the right light, you could see the green glow from the bait.
That's wild. Do you think there was something to it? Because I mean, chartreuse arguably is it's a magic color for bass, right? Shows up.
I have had a guy request that. Like
he wants
sent
that
me a bait
chartreuse
and he was like, can you make this back glow like this?
Yeah.
And I said, of course I can.
Yeah.
And I did. And to him, it mattered. Like it was something that he noticed that bait glue like that. But not everybody notices that. But the guy had one bait that he had caught 1 million fish on, and he wanted it to look like that. And I was able to facilitate. But a lot of people
very cool
kind of stuff, you know what I mean? Like power bait next to black in recent times, motor oil has been the best color. How about that?
There's a lot of fans, bro.
I know. Learning a lot about motor oil today.
Yep.
Dude, could you imagine a motor oil sweet beaver and a chameleon sweet beaver? Like a real
I would want one.
I tried to get
I want chameleon trick worms. I still have a bunch of those. Finesse worms. I want it in all. I want it in my freaking brush hogs, my baby brush hogs. Yeah. I
tried to get Josh to do a chameleon blue swirl sweet beef, but
he ain't doing it.
I didn't have enough money to pay for the run.
How many you got to have?
It was a lot.
But what's a lot? 1,000 bags? 500 bags?
Something like that. but I wanted to do.
But with time out, why don't we do the run and then sell them? Keep what you want for you. Take a pre-order. You know, if Josh is willing to do it, I'll split with you. Cash up front. I'll sell half. You sell half. I want Chameleon Baits. Would he pour them?
He doesn't work
do it.
anymore.
Jesus.
Too late.
What? He doesn't work at Reactions anymore?
No.
What? He's full-time Tato?
Full-time Tato.
He doesn't have any connections there anymore? Are they mad at him because he left?
Yeah, I don't know. He could probably walk in there and pour them himself.
All right. Let's talk.
I don't know.
All right.
But I would love to see, like, because Reaction has that expensive ass injection machine that can shoot 3 colors.
Right.
4 or whatever it is. It might be 4.
Right. Yeah.
That everybody doesn't have. And I would love to see like a Motorola mashup, a Chameleon mashup. Hell, you could do a Chameleon Motorola switchy swirly.
I don't even know what that would be. That would be cool.
No, but it would be awesome.
I called RoboWorm because I wanted Chameleon, right? And I'm like, how many do I have to order? He told me the number, but when I told him Chameleon, he goes, sorry, staining dye, can't do it. Stains my machine. He didn't want to do it.
So I guess that's why you don't see Motorola and you don't see
as much anymore. It's a staining dye. I learned that only because I called RoboWorm in desperation that I wanted that bait in that color. So you got to either have a smaller guy do it that, you know, is pumping it in through the you know, whatever you call it, the plunger style. Not I
would think it wouldn't necessarily stain the molds. It probably stains all the
it stains their tubing.
Their tubes that it has to go through.
Yeah. Like Will at Gajo Baits has those big ones, and he does do motor oil. So if you're looking for motor oil baits, Will's got them. He makes it. Yep. Anyway, interesting stuff, man.
I mean, I would really, really, really love to have a Zoom split tail spinnerbait trailer in Motorola.
Oh yeah,
that shit would be awesome, dude.
That split tail trailer for anybody who hasn't thrown it. That trailer right there. Pick your color, pick your poison, white, chartreuse, whatever you like. You know, the pearl white, or the glimmer blue. I mean, they're all so good. There's something about that trailer that just gets bit. I won some money on it, man. It does that. It does a lot. And you put a little hitch. You know, you're reeling that spinnerbait. You put a little hitch. That thing is it's sexy.
You know what we did with that thing one time?
Tell me.
Put it on a shaky head.
Oh God, yeah, right. Put it on a buzzbait, naked, like on the back of that little baby buzzbait I sell, dude. 1/8 ounce, right there. Cut it down. Forget about it.
It was my buddy's grandpa.
Fish that.
We were throwing that. We always threw that trailer,
and
he was fishing with my buddy, and he said, "I think the fish are just eating that trailer."
Hold on.
Give me one of them. So he sat down there in the bottom of the boat and like pulled a bunch of shit out, and he pulled his rig out. I'm like, what is that? And he's like, that's what they're eating. It's like, all right, go. He caught him.
What color? Just white?
Yeah, I think it was that glimmer blue or that rainbow color, or the disco color, whatever it is. The one with all the just multicolored flakes in it.
This might be too long. Let's see. Oh, this is so close. I think this is perfect, actually. All right, I didn't rig it exactly perfect because I've got it, but this will dance on a slider head, dude.
See, that's sexy.
That's sexy, dude. And it kicks up a little bit, like that thing sliding through the middle, 2 tails dancing. There's a Japanese worm that mirrors this, but the front of the body's a little longer, but it does have the twin tail. I can't even remember what it was. And caught some good ones on the Chickahominy with it. Bought it in green pumpkin. But you could dye that. You could leave the tail chartreuse. You could dip that in some spike it, green pumpkin spike it. Wonder what that would look like. Hold on. I'm gonna go do it. I'll be right back.
All my favorite trailers of anything are baits from the boneyard at the bottom of the boat.
Oh yeah, they get mashed up, dude.
I'll be too lazy to dig in there and find what I need, and I'll just look around and see what's laying there.
All right, I got my green pumpkin. My bass lab's about to go garlic. Let's see if this works, TK. Is it going to work? Is the green pumpkin going to overtake the chartreuse? What do you guys think? We're doing this live. I got bad news. It ain't. It's still really chartreuse. Damn. Nope.
Where's my old? You want to see the?
It ain't powerful enough, TK. I got it a little bit muted, but that's not bad. I'm gonna do one more thing. I'm making some brown. Let's see. I'm going brown. I'm going brown, bro. Where's my crawl? I got crawl. Here we go. Hold on. I'm not giving up yet. Damn, this stuff stinks. This is some fucking bait hacking right here. Oh, here we go.
Let us see.
I'm about to.
DT used to throw the Zoom trailer on buzzbaits with the tips dipped in red spike it.
Ooh.
I feel like the red spike it is an underutilized one.
Yep.
And there's also a lot of different colors in spike it that nobody talks about.
Well, I'm about to show you one. This is crawdad brown.
Purple, blue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Here we go. I'd throw this. I'd throw this for sure. This would be a river killer right here. Oh, that looks good, man. Let me nestle that up right there. I think you guys are going to like this. I took that chartreuse zoom trailer.
That's pretty sexy, bro.
Crawdad brown. No, I just did it sloppy, but I left it long. I could paint it with a brush because I'll take a brush out or a Q-tip. That's tight, dude. Come on, let's go catch him. I'm throwing that.
See, that's one of those colors that you would have to send to a manufacturer and be like, I make these by hand. Can you match this?
I know. And then you could paint. You could get your little paintbrush out and dip it in some JJs with orange. You could do a little orange right there. Oh, God dang. That gets me excited.
Yeah, you need to take that and put it in a baggie and write sample on it.
I am. I'm going to do that right now. I got it right here.
Because that's like sexy earthworm.
It really is.
It's like chartreuse earthworm.
Dude, that's tight right there. That is tight. Come on, dudes. That's gonna catch them.
No, the first time I ever wacky rigged was with a cream earthworm colored scoundrel.
That's pretty cool.
5-pounder.
That's very cool.
Oh, listen to this shit. So the pond I was fishing in, I was in middle school.
Yeah.
And so it's been late 90s. So I was taking in Bassmaster Magazine, Bill Dance, all those guys. I was trying to, I was a sponge. And for whatever reason, I wacky rigged, and I don't know where I would have gotten that from, but there was we were going out to the main part of the lake, and we were in this little finger, and it was covered in grass, and there was a PVC pipe out in the middle. And I said, I got to throw by the pipe. And I rigged up this wacky rigged earthworm, and I threw it out there, and I wasn't paying attention. And I finally reeled up my slack, and my line was like going off, and I kind of half-ass yanked, and this big 5-pounder comes and jumps and throws my earthworm back. And I was like, oh shit. That's wild. Well, we had always heard that this lake had good fish in it. The state came and they shocked the lake, and they caught or shocked the Alabama state record largemouth bass out of it. And it weighed 18.5 pounds.
Come on, dude. No way.
Yep.
No way. All right. Here's my story of I know a teener bass in Florida with my cousin Tripoli Galasso. Tripoli is his name.
It's a good name.
Yep. I'm throwing a 8-inch lizard, light as I can get because there's a lot of grass. And floating hyacinth, I can't remember all the aquatic vegetation. It might have been an eelgrass mat, dude. Dude, I'm reeling that thing, letting it fall in holes. The tail of the bass with half its body smacked the lizard up. I saw half of the bass and the tail. And when I tell you, I've never seen it, it looked like a rockfish. It was so big, but it was unmistakably a bass. It blew a hole in the grass mat, and my knees were, I was shook, just like I was shook this spring when I touched the largest bass of my life and couldn't land him at Deep Creek Lake.
That's what keeps us coming back, Eric.
Brother, it's the magic of bass fishing. You're right.
It
This will keep coming back. More on your golf story later, because I'm shocked you're a golfer.
Why does that shock you?
I cannot see you with golf clubs. I can't believe it. I can't believe my ears.
There was a phase.
Okay.
When I was in college, so when I was at Alabama, I needed a job. My dad said get a job.
Yeah.
So I got a job. The only problem with my job was that they didn't pay me any money.
Were you picking up golf balls? I was a range boy, bro.
Yeah, I worked at the at the University of Alabama's golf course.
No way.
And I ran the picker, and I would go like fill the water jugs up, and I would just do like bullshit, golf course work. And in trade for my hard labor, I got to play golf for free.
Wow.
So I'd never played golf, but it interested me, and I kind of wanted to be okay at it. So I played obsessively.
That's crazy, man. How old were you at the time? 18, 19?
18, 19.
Yeah.
And I got pretty good.
Did you carry a handicap?
No, I never got that far.
All right. You think you were shooting in the 70s, low 80s?
Low 80s. I got to where I could play in the low 80s pretty good. But I pieced together a swing like I didn't know anybody that golfed, so I would just sit out there and I would go home and I'd watch Davis Love and I would watch Phil Mickelson videos.
Pretty cool.
Because I'm left-handed, and I would just watch their takeaways and then I would go to the course, and they had a big mirror, and I would just sit there
wild.
And I pieced together a swing.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and it worked for a while. And then one day I just went out there and got the shanks.
No way.
And I never could fix my swing.
Oh no. You've got to be kidding me.
No. And it was like, I got to the point where I could work the ball, like I could fade it, and I was like getting comfortable just like picking shots. And
yeah.
And then it all went away.
That's crazy.
I know, it was sad.
But
I still miss the feeling of a clean impact iron shot. Like I still kind of yearn for that.
I think there are parallels to golf and fishing, right? That what keeps you coming back to that sport, right? That clean impact, that one beautiful shot, that great long drive, that birdie putt, that if you're lucky enough to get an eagle, chip, whatever putt, you put it together, or the round of your life, and that just one magical day you're on the water, or that cast you made, or that moment that you figured something out, and it just keeps coming back, Yeah,
the impact of the golf ball, it is a microsecond.
It is.
It's like the bite of a worm, or like the bite of a fish bite. It
doesn't have
any amount of time. It's a feeling.
That's
it's the same thing with like hitting a ball with a 7-iron. Like it's the sound, and it's like that second the ball hits the face of the club.
And that's exactly right, man. There is no question, man. That's dialed. That's dialed. You're dialed, bro. All right, hell is going night. And this has been awesome, bro. Man, thank you for joining me last minute. I never know if there's going to be a stream until Monday. And sometimes I'll get to talk to Travis the week prior. So we'll see if he's going to come back next week. But hopefully so, man. He's working on a project, and I'm giving him his space. I didn't even say hi. I just said the show must go on.
Give me the power, bro.
He did. So I'll have the power. So we'll do it again. And if there's any types of topics you guys want to see, if Travis isn't making it, I'll certainly do my best. or guest, I'll try to line it up. TK, you're welcome anytime, man. It's been fun.
Just call me when you need me.
Yeah, we might just have to get a prior TK Bass Lab if Travis, one night. That would be wild.
That'd have to be after hours.
I think that would be an after hours. You're right. Yeah, we'll do an after hours.
When Pryor starts talking about the donkey shows, you gotta.
Oh no,
we gotta go.
We gotta keep it PG, man. We gotta keep it PG. But well, thanks guys for hanging in with us, man. We appreciate TK. I can't thank you enough for being on, brother. Appreciate the show and tell. I love the bait talk. I love the fishing talk. The stories are fantastic, man. And until next time, everybody, we'll see you on the water. Hang out for a sec, TK. I'm just gonna click in. Thank you, everybody.